The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Marshall Stadium, Trinity High School, Louisville, Kentucky. Number 1 and number 2, two absolute heavyweights, two teams that have controlled the high school football history, not only of this city, but of this state. And tonight, Male and Trinity are going to do what they do, get together, and no doubt give us an intense battle. Joe Cox and Mike Shelton. Mike, I don't have to tell you what this game means. You're a veteran of these wars, and it always has that special feel, doesn't it?
It does. Friday Night Lights, St. Matthews, Kentucky. Trinity's got a beautiful facility. People are filing in. Parking is actually very, very at a premium right now. That's the way it is in St. Matthews. But to your point, I mean, Male historically has been a powerhouse, and obviously Trinity in more recent times, because they didn't start as a school until the 60s, I believe it was.
1957, I think.
Okay, so with that said, but obviously they have 28 state championships, most in the state. Male's got 10, I believe it is. And, with all that said, it's going to be a battle. I was fortunate enough to watch Trinity play against Bryan Station in Lexington. Very good game. Trinity's got a lot of young talent. Male, on the other hand, I was on the field earlier and looking at, their line, because that's where it's won and lost. And they got some house cats. I'll give them credit. They've got some kids that are good size, and, that's unique for Male, to be honest with you. Public schools always struggle getting linemen and size and things of that nature. So, but I talked to Coach Wolf briefly. He seems optimistic and upbeat. And, I think there's always question marks, but you're game 4 or 5 now, I believe it is. And, you're melding together for the October run through district and hopefully into the state playoffs.
That's it. 3-0 Male, 3-1 Trinity. Before we go any further, tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Blinds Direct, offering custom blinds, window shades, wallpaper, and more. With over 30 years of serving Louisville, make Blinds Direct your choice for home decor. 87 degrees tonight. It is a warm night. The sun is behind us here, so it's cooling off. Not much wind at all, about 4 miles an hour. Going to settle in low 80s, maybe high 70s by the fourth quarter. Beautiful night. Should be a good night for football. We're going to take a break right now and some pregame thoughts from Male Bulldog head coach Chris Wolf on the other side of that break. Male and Trinity here on Glycod.
Not just blind. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 Male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Joe Cox checking in with Coach Chris Wolf ahead of tonight's big matchup with Trinity. Coach, I know sometimes an early off week can be a bad thing, but for you guys, you have the big emotional win, and then you get a week off, and now you come back with a big game. How does that stack up for you? Did you like that? Would you have designed it that way in retrospect?
Well, I seem like, this is a question I get a lot each year at this time, and I always make the same response, is we'll see tonight. I don't want to say it's been a great 2 weeks and then we play terrible tonight, or, it all just depends on how you perform tonight and whether your guys look sharp and we're executing at a high level and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I get that. Wanted to ask about Jordan Williams, who really seemed to make some strides in that St. X game. Are the lights coming on for him in some meaningful ways now?
Well, to me, that's the story of the game, because going into the game, he wasn't really on the radar. It was all Antonio kind of run game stuff. Mm-hmm. And for him to come in and make those 2 fourth-quarter touchdown passes and 3 touchdown passes on the game, very efficient, 7 completions, 3 touchdown passes. We don't win that game without Jordan making those throws in the fourth quarter. And he got knocked down a couple of times prior to making those throws. So it's a coming of age, but you have to be careful to expect to see that kind of thing every week, because he's still an inexperienced guy, and usually you're going to get some inconsistencies. You have good weeks and bad weeks, but the important thing is to have that good week and to say, hey, in a big game, I can make these plays, and we'll see how that translates tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the defense. Spike Souls really came out of nowhere from my standpoint. Know him as an offensive guy, but he did some big things on defense, and your defense struggled early but then made plays when they had to make them to win that game. What stands out to you in retrospect about your defense?
Well, I think a run defense I was really happy with. I think we held them to something like, I think we had them at maybe 50 yards rushing, maybe 57 yards rushing, which is big because we ran for, I think, maybe 150 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so, that's a big difference in a game of that magnitude, to be able to kind of control the ball a little bit, even though we were behind. So we ended up obviously had to pass to catch up in the fourth quarter. That was the big thing. And, disappointing-wise, is we did give up a lot of third down and 10, third down and 12, third down and 13, and on big plays. So we were really good on first and second down, but not I think they were 46% efficient on third down. So, and those were all passes for the most part. So still got a lot of work to do in our pass defense. And then, that transitions into tonight when you're looking at, a quarterback that can make all the throws, and he's got some weapons around him. So that's probably the biggest concern, is how we match up in that tonight.
Yeah. Wanted to ask about that. With the extra week, does that allow you to be a little more Trinity specific, or is the focus still just on, the marathon and not the sprint, and what's going to help down the line, be it this week or weeks on?
Yeah, it's honestly, when you go back and you look at it and you say, well, was it, St. X's big plays, were those kind of gimmick plays or anything? No, they weren't gimmick plays. They were just plays that we should fundamentally cover in our base coverage that we just broke down, and we didn't make a tackle. We weren't in the right spot. Mm-hmm. And so you're still week 4. You're still trying to get guys in base coverages. You're not really playing the opponent's best play because early on, you don't see, the teams don't have their identity on offense like you have a whole season's worth of plays to get ready for. But for us, the breakdown, like one was just a curl route that we didn't expand on underneath, and then the over-top player just was out of bad position to make the tackle, and it turns into a 65-yard gain. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter who your opponent is. You got to be able to defend a curl route. So that's just an example of what I'm talking about, that I don't think it's getting Trinity specific is that important as much as just being consistent in your coverage responsibilities on defense.
Yeah, it's a long season, but tonight, one of those games everybody circles on the calendar. Male and Trinity, thanks to Coach Chris Wolf, coming up here on Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Welcome back here to Trinity, and Male and Trinity coming up. And before we go any further, tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Dr. Tyler Blunt, the Blunt Dental Group, providing high-quality comprehensive dentistry with straightforward smiles. I know, Mike, one thing that we didn't manage to sneak in here that you said was kind of everybody's key, of course, is turnovers.
Turnover ratio is the big deal. And if you can remain on the plus side of that, then, I'm sure there's a analytic number out there that will tell you what the percentages are of a win with that. So, I think, and both teams thus far in the season are in the plus margin for turnovers. Mm-hmm. So, meaning they've gotten more than they've given away.
Correct.
So, and I think they're both at +4 if I read it correctly.
I believe that's right, yeah.
So, with that said, I think that's the, the number one, but you've got several others that are very valid points.
Absolutely. With Male, I think it's going to be big plays. Can they string together, maybe Trinity, to use a baseball metaphor, is up there trying to hit singles and doubles, and Male's trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
That's the thing. Trinity is, we're talking off the air here that, they run such a dynamic offensive scheme. They can find ways to beat you, and find 10 different receivers, which the other 5 are on the bench, and they can make it really difficult, especially if you give them a short field or you give them a turnover that's not at the right time, at the end of the second quarter type thing where they can score another 6 or 7 on you. That makes a difference. So, they definitely have a lot of work cut out on the Male football side.
That's true. This broadcast is authorized by Trinity High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student-athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for listening. On the other side of this break, pregame comments from Trinity coach Jay Cobb. Male and Trinity now only about 13 minutes away here on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Lines Direct, not just blinds. Lines Direct, not just blinds.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Joe Cox getting some pregame thoughts from Coach Jay Cobb ahead of tonight's big Trinity versus Mayo matchup. One thing I was curious about, Coach, only the second home game you all have played this year, and you and I talked a couple of years ago about this, and you said this is the phenomenon of people not wanting to play games. You end up having to do some odd things schedule-wise. Just 4 home games this season, was that the impetus for that?
Well, we get caught up into that because we play the stadium game with St. X, and this is their year to be the home team on that. But again, we get caught up into that, having to play. Bryan Station was gracious enough to play us and sign a 2-year contract, and Frederick Douglass was too. But again, in that, we're going to have to make those away trips with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Was curious, most times you come into a game like this with a sophomore quarterback, you're talking about getting him some experience. Well, that's not an issue with Zane Johnson. How big is it for Zane, to have been through everything as a freshman that he did, now to come back as a sophomore and already have that experience?
Well, there's good and bad to that. I mean, the complacency factor is what we worry about. We played several freshmen last year. Sekou Kamara played at corner. Zane played at quarterback. Jamarion Berry played at running back, scored a touchdown in the state championship game as a freshman. So we had several that got a chance to play. And what you worry about it is, again, guys kind of getting a little bit complacent with earning that job early. Now, Zane played really well last week. He had his best ball game of the year at Carmel, did a really good job for us, and we put more on his plate. And he's got a younger group around him than what he had last year. And so, he has not played at the level that Zane would want or that we would want right now. But I hope that what he did last week is trending in the direction that we want him to go. Last year was kind of his first out-and-out start versus Mayo that we knew he was going to be our quarterback going forward. And so that was a tough way for him to open as freshman.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of trial by fire. Defensively, as you prepare for Mayo, is it more about just playing solid assignment football down to down or trying to create some turnovers and some big plays?
Well, you've seen them and you've been around. Mayo's always the most talented football team in the state of Kentucky. They have guys that can run everywhere. The Burton kid's a 10-600 kid. When you look at the Antonio Harris, I don't think you'll find a better athlete in the state of Kentucky. The kid can do it all. And, of course, they used him a little bit in some Wildcat package, ran some option with him, and he did a really good job with it. He's a great receiver, and that's what we expect to see tonight. I think that we will get a more conventional offense. They've been able to give that quarterback a few games to get under his belt, and I think we'll get that. But also we'll probably get Harris a little bit, some of that Wildcat look too. But this is a talented football team with great speed in the mode of Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station.
Yep, absolutely. Just another week for Trinity and Mayo. Thank you, Coach Cobb. Coming up next here on Glycod.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. From Glycod, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group. Straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday.
It's almost time. Electric environment, number one, number two. Trinity wins the toss, defers to the second half. The male Bulldogs going to open with the football. You know, every sport seems like it's a game of firsts, but I think football maybe as much or more than any of them, Mike.
It is. I mean, you know, every game's fresh, every play's fresh. You know, everything is, you know, just it's one of those sports that if you played it, especially at a high level like this, you just don't forget it at all. And it's such a blessing to have that kind of talent on both sides of the field, just to watch them compete and you know, show us the will to win.
Absolutely. Bulldogs tonight in the white uniforms, white shirts, white pants, gold helmets, a purple stripe. Trinity in the dark green that almost looks black. Those dark green helmets, it's a very dark look.
It's very, it's unique for Trinity. Typically they're in a lighter green than that.
Yeah.
I think it is black with green striping.
Yeah, I actually, now that it's in front of me here as they take the field,
it's all black.
I will call it black. Yeah, there's some green striping on it. Trinity is going to kick it left to right from the visitors' press box here at Marshall Stadium. The Bulldogs get ready to get it underway. Steron Davidson back deep. Trying to get a look at the other return man. Looks like Tyson Mims. It is. Carson Hilbert to kick it. For the 53rd time. Mayo and Trinity is underway. Line drive kick. Bounces through Davidson into the end zone and will be a touchback.
Low flyer, probably just as well, because that could have been a nice return. Didn't give the Trinity kickoff team enough time to get down to cover. So
No, kind of a line drive, but took a big hop on Davidson.
It did. It was a nasty shortstop hop.
Here comes the Bulldog offense led by the trigger man, Jordan Williams. Junior quarterback, 6 foot, 220 pounds. Big game last week. We'll see if he can continue that trend. Burton is with him in the backfield. Got to keep an eye on him tonight, Mike.
Yeah, you do. Trinity looks like, they're so good at scheming up against you. It looks like they're running a 3, some sort of 3 option here on their front, and then maybe they'll sneak a guy up and put him down, but a 3-4, 3-5, maybe something of that nature.
Trips right for Williams. Everybody's bunched in pretty tight, though. Angelini in motion. He goes that way. Cam's got it. Out across the 20, 25, 30. And out of bounds right around the first down marker. We'll have to see where they spot it, but right about a 10-yard pickup. A good start there and an easy throw for Jordan Williams.
Was design play, male sideline, actually wide side of the field, so it gave him a little room. And actually, you could just tell that the speed is there.
First down on the play. Ricks on the cover for Trinity, able to make the stop, but pickup of 10. First down for Mayo here on the opening possession of the game. Angelini's wide right. They hurry to the line. Pitch out. It's Harris going right, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped.
Probably trying to get up to the line, Mayo's offense, to make sure Trinity can't shift. So it wouldn't shock me if that's part of the game plan, is catching them off balance, off shift, and obviously finding a seam.
Loss of about 2. Will Ford on the tackle. Burton had it as the Wildcat quarterback there. Williams is back in now. It looks like he's going to go under center on 2nd and 12, his own 28-yard line. Again, the receivers bunched in tight. Burton is the setback behind Jordan Williams, under center. Now he's got it. Play fake, flips it out. It's caught. Verbancic, he is going to be hauled down in the backfield, and a flag comes in from the other side.
Line of scrimmage flag, probably holding. Can't imagine. I didn't see any jump, so I can't imagine.
Nick Lococo on the tackle. If it stands, awaiting indication. It'll be about 3rd and 15 if it does. Coach Cobb might just take the play.
I was sitting here thinking the same.
And he will, yes.
Yeah.
There was a hold. It is declined 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16 upcoming.
Yep.
So that one complete to Verbancic, but a loss of about 4. 3rd and 16 for the Bulldogs here. Just underway, no score yet. Only 58 seconds in. Williams in the gun. He's got trips to the right. That's the open side of the field. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Sets up a screen. Is caught at the 25, 30. Burton trying to break free. 35. I think he's a yard short of the first down, but let's see. It looks like a favorable spot.
I was going to say, maybe they gave him forward momentum. We'll see. Yeah, they gave it to him.
First down.
Yep.
He got exactly the 16 that he needed. A well-designed screen. Bailey Vance hauled him down, but not before Chase Burton picked up 16.
Trinity came after him. They had 5 in the box, and they unloaded, and obviously just a nice little pop screen over top of the line, the defensive line of Trinity, and running back found some daylight and made it work.
The official sends out Antonio Harris. I think we're looking at an equipment issue. I saw some of this last week in the game I had.
They were checking his equipment earlier before the coin flip, and I'm not sure what the concern was, but
he's on the sideline. Mims in his place.
I don't know what it is.
I think you're going to get Burton in the Wildcat here. That's correct. And a flag comes in.
What's the flag for?
Angelini was lined up beside him, or Colin Jefferson, rather. I'm sorry.
Sideline. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, they were ready to run the play in the sideline warning, which, of course, has no actual impact. It's a nullity. It's a nothing.
Typically, a sideline warning is your players are too close to the field. Now, I did not see that.
I think it was a coach that time.
I think it was too. So,
I'll plead a certain amount of ignorance. It's not hard for me to do, Mike.
Nope. Trying to see, did Antonio go back in? I don't think so.
Do not see him.
He's right there. He's right over here.
I'm still on the sideline. Williams under center. Burton behind him. Williams gives Burton. Late run off the right. Breaks free for 5, 6. Pushes for 7, maybe 8. A nice disciplined run by Chase Burton.
Yeah, he basically sat back, let the hole develop, found the seam, and then, got to second level and made some extra moves. And nice run. Very nice run.
Forward on the stop for Trinity, but 2nd and 3. And Mail's taking it out from their 20 to the 47.
I think the key to the game for Mail is, especially with the size they have on the line, just keep pounding and hopefully, you'll break one and,
2nd and 3, the receivers bunched up inside. Williams under center. Turns and gives. Burton makes one man miss. He makes another miss. He falls forward for a gain of about 2. That could have been a loss of 2 or 3, and instead Burton able to dance his way to a 3rd and short.
Our male center seems to be having a little struggle with the nose guard over top of him, and I think that's what's blowing up some of this run game right now. So they've got to find a way to get off tackle quicker or something of that nature.
John Wilson on the stop, 3rd and 1 at the 49. 8.5 minutes with the clock running. Just underway, first possession of the game, no points on the board.
This is really a good series for Mayo, keeping Trinity's offense off the field, moving the ball, having some success running, decent success passing.
Harris goes wide right. Williams in the gun. And there was a flinch.
He didn't get
Mims up front.
Didn't get 7 on the line quick enough. Didn't get 7 on the line.
It'll be a procedure, and it'll back the Bulldogs up from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6. Quite a difference.
Yeah, you got to get to the line and get set for a second before they snap the ball, and it was just either a quick snap or a delayed approach by the split end.
Mail is breaking the huddle in a hurry. They snap that huddle, get to the line. The idea, I think, is to disguise personnel and formations as long as possible, but you still got to be set, as you note, Mike.
I think so. You're right. I think you're exactly right.
A 3rd and 6 there on 44 now. Williams has got trips all in tight on the right. He's in the gun. Burton beside him. Jefferson across formation, catches left. He's got the first down to the 49 of Trinity. Boy, just some precision here, knowing exactly what they need, and they go and get it.
That's just how you order it. You got a newer starter, first-year starter as far as I know, and, 4th game, and he's in a position to, some little flip-out passes and screen passes and get a little confidence. Don't throw him out there under the wolves, to hit a 50-yarder downfield. Just keep moving the ball.
Jack DeBellis on the tackle at a first down. That's Jefferson. That's at least 2 catches. He had the first one of the ball game. I said Angelini, but it was Colin Jefferson. 1st and 10 Mail at the Trinity 49. Wildcat with Burton. He's hit in the backfield and spilled for a loss. Did not fool anybody that time.
They brought the house. They felt they had, they've got to get Mail in a 2nd or 3rd and long situation. So if they don't, then, Mail's going to just keep pounding and doing the things they do to move the ball.
Forward on the tackle, Lakoko came downhill in a hurry. Williams back in here on 2nd and 17. I said a loss of 5. It was a loss of 7. It went from the Trinity 49 back to the Mail 44. Pretty aggressive look here for the Trinity defense. Only 2 guys deep.
Yeah, I think you're going to start seeing them blitz, do some things.
Williams to throw. He's got some time. Fires it for Burton. Got it. 45. Harris down to about the 43-yard line. So that gets you back to a 3rd and manageable.
It seems like the third level Trinity is playing awfully soft. I guess they're just anticipating that long pass, and they're leaving you under right there. And I mean, you get the ball in Speedster's hands, and they're gonna make plays.
So Harris with a nice play.
You got a flag.
Picked up some yardage, but a late flag back near the quarterback.
Must be a hold.
Everybody moving backward. That would seem to be the indication. And instead of 3rd and 5, let's see what we got. Yeah, it is backed up. The official signaled it to the box across the way, so couldn't see it, but probably a hold. I definitely saw the indication on Mayo. So.
Typically, it's something, a 10-yarder.
So now, instead of 3rd and 5, it's going to be 2nd and a whole bunch. They spot it back at the 29-yard line. So 2nd and 32. Don't have a lot in the playbook for 2nd and 32.
You know, you got to get a 3rd and hopefully 10 or 12.
Yeah, eat an elephant a bite at a time.
Yeah, you just got to keep trying to move the ball.
Williams in the gun. Sends Rabancic across formation to the right. Williams to throw. Quick hitter. Harris makes one man miss out to the 30, 35, 38. Boy, he fought his way. Didn't look like there was much there, and he's able to pick up nearly 10 yards when there really wasn't more than a yard or two to be had.
It's surprising, you know, Trinity's pretty disciplined in their packages, and you know, it seemed like there was some arm tackling there, which you don't typically see with the Trinity football team.
Advance on the tackle. Still, it's 3rd and 23 even after that. The first down markers at the Trinity 39. The football is at the Mayo 38. Whistles blow. Now what do we have? We're sending out a Trinity player.
What's that all about?
Maybe another equipment issue, from the looks of it, perhaps. Alan Evans, the man departing, is replaced by, looks like John Wilson.
Yep. They obviously have some sort of apparel that the referees don't like.
3rd and a bunch. Shotgun formation for Williams. Looks to throw, set up a screen. Burton's got it. 34, makes a man miss 40, but then slips down at about the 43. Looked like for a second he had something, but couldn't pick up anywhere near what he needed.
Nope. Good first series, couple flags.
Luke Vallandingham going to check in to punt. 4th and long on his own 42, 5:15 the clock running in this opening quarter. And about to punt the ball, Jeremiah Lynn, the dangerous Trinity receiver, back to return. Standing at his 15, now scoots up to around his 20. Vallandingham is a senior. Ball's going to be put in play from the 42. Ten guys up near the line for Trinity. See if they bring heat. Vallandingham's got it. He dropped it. And now he has to just scoop it up. And he's down right where he got the ball, out the 30-yard line. And that is exactly the sort of disaster in the keys to the game. Can't give up points on special teams, and that puts the Bulldog defense in a hole.
Turnover and short field.
Couldn't really tell what the issue was with the snap, but
I think he just mishandled it.
It was a little low, certainly. It wasn't right on the money, but it's a long way to snap that football on a long snap.
Yeah.
First down at the 29. Trinity offense takes the field for the first time. 4:56 to go, quarter number one. Zane Johnson, the sophomore quarterback, 6'1", 195 pounds. He's under center, and the pistol, Barry behind him. They give Barry. Barry left side, across the 30, down to the 25-20. Goodness, that was a solid physical run right there by Jamarian Barry. Able to pick up about 9 yards, 2nd and short. Christian White on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation now for Johnson. Barry on his right, 2 receivers left, 1 right. 2nd and 1. Mail 20. Now Lynn shifts into the backfield. On the quarterback's left, they give Lynn. Working that right side. Tries to turn the corner, gets the first down, out of bounds somewhere around the 15-yard line. He only needed a yard. He certainly got that.
A lot of speed.
Lynn is the big threat in the passing game. Certainly 20 catches, 218 coming in. But they can hand it to him, and he got 6 that time. Ball's at the 14. First down for the Shamrocks, their opening possession. Mail showed some promise, had to punt, dropped the snap on the punt. Gives a short field to the Shamrocks. Johnson fakes Berry, rolls right, throws, dropped at the 10-yard line, and that was probably a break for the Bulldogs because A.J. Green had a lot of green grass in front of him.
He was going to get down there, that's for certain.
But 2nd and 10, maybe led him a little far with that one.
Yeah, sort of off-balance throw. Catchable ball, I mean, just sort of an off-balance throw.
Of course, it was the Mayo game a year ago where Johnson kind of became the de facto quarterback for the Shamrocks. 2nd and 10 at the 14. 2 receivers left, 1 right. He's throwing left. Lynn's got it, and there's a flag. He's out of bounds about the 7, but it's going for naught. Yeah, you are absolutely right, Mike Shelton. Somebody out there on the periphery got a little extra Mail jersey.
Anytime you see somebody double back, something is amiss, that's for sure. So,
like Jefferson was able to eventually catch him, but this one will hit backward 10 yards or so. Interesting to your point, though, traditionally you would expect to see Trinity come out and run through the middle of the field and Mayo pick at the edges, and instead we've got Trinity trying to get speed guys on the corner.
I think you'll see a lot of first tonight on both sides of the ball. So many unknowns.
2nd and 20 at the 24 after the flag. Shotgun formation for Johnson. 2 receivers right. He's rolling that way. Johnson sets, fires, caught at the 16, and a hard hit right there. Clean play. A nice catch by Nation McBroom. And right there to greet him, Brandon Richardson.
3rd and long.
He made him pay for the catch. Gain, they're going to spot it at the 16, so call it 3rd and 12. 3:38, and the clock running, opening quarter. Mail is turned back now trying to hold Trinity, at least to a field goal try.
You got to think Trinity's thinking 4 downs here, just because they had such good success towards the end of Mail's first offensive set.
2 receivers each way, empty set. Johnson to throw right. Floats it into the end zone and overthrows Lynn, incomplete. Colin Jefferson running with him, but the pass just too tall.
Surprising. They're going to kick a field goal. I thought they would try to go for it. So,
well, Hilbert has had a lot of success this year. He's 12 of 13 on PATs, 2 of 3 on field goals. Made a 55-yarder last year against Mayo. Wow. Now this one, not quite in that realm.
No.
They spotted at the 23. It'll be a 33-yard kick off the right hash. No score. Trinity looks for a lead. 3:17 to go opening quarter. Hilbert gets it down.
Well,
it is curving right and good. Snuck it through, and so Trinity on the board. 3-0, 3:14 to go here on Glycod.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Trinity strikes first 3-0 on a 33-yard Hilbert field goal. Back to the attack for the Bulldogs. Davidson back deep along with Mims. Hilbert advances on it. Kicks it to Mims from about the 3. Here he comes. Mims tries to work that right side. 15 and taken down just shy of the 20. Well covered that time by Trinity.
Very well. See if Mel can find a rhythm again. They just can't allow themselves to get a second or third and long.
Yeah, had moved it just across midfield, so picked up a couple of first downs. I guess 3 first downs.
Oh,
and then it all went away in a couple of hankies. That's how it goes.
Holding calls hurt.
1st and 10 at the 19. Williams under center, Burton the setback behind him. Still kind of bunched formations.
Trinity's gone to a 4 front, so that could be the adjustment.
They hand it to Burton. He tries to get outside. 15, 20, 23, maybe 24. Good run.
He's a fighter now. He is a fighter. Give him credit. He can find that seam and break it. I think he's got that extra gear.
Sekou Kamara on the tackle. But it could have been a tackle for loss instead of 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 at the 24. Trinity really getting some good penetration, but Burton's doing a good job to kind of use their aggressiveness against them a little.
They are. They spread that out really well. When they run a sideline-to-sideline play, you want your defensive end to run to the sideline, to spread it out, and that way everybody can flow. And that's exactly what happened on Trinity's side of the ball.
2nd and 5 at the 24, 2 receivers each way. Williams throws right. It's caught by Harris. 30, 35, 40. Can he shake free? 45, 48. He's still not down. I don't think they tackled him yet.
I don't think his knee ever went to the ground.
Antonio Harris, boy, he can shake free in a second. Pickup of 23.
He's a player.
First down out to the Male 47. Bulldogs moving it again. Minute 55 to go in the quarter. 3-0 Trinity edge.
Prevent mistakes. That's all they need to do.
Looks like kind of a triangle formation in the backfield. They turn around and run it inside, and there's nothing doing. Lost probably a yard there. That one didn't quite work out as intended.
No, we've gone to a 4-man front, and I think that gives Trinity a little of the edge. It's a little harder to block a 4-man front.
Shelton Sweeney, the ball carrier, he lost 2, 2nd and 12. Back to the Male 45. Williams up underneath center again. He's got Burton the setback behind him. Again, every formation, they're bunched in tight, the receivers are. They're not stretching out wide initially. Pitch out to Burton right side. 45, 50, 45, 40. Can he turn him back? 35, drags a tackler. Great run, Chase Burton.
String him out. I mean, that's just, Male speed is going to be a factor to Trinity, whether they like it or not. Trinity's got speed, but not as big as Male.
20-yard pickup, Burton. Evans on the tackle. First down at the Shamrock 35. Final seconds of the first quarter. Male had a promising drive. Came away without points. Dropped the punt snap. And Trinity converted the short field into a field goal, but Male on the march again. Now inside 20 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Wildcat formation. Burton the quarterback. Harris beside him. Or is it the other way? It's Harris at quarterback. Harris keeps it, goes left. Harris trying to get the corner. Makes the 33, and that's about it.
They had a nice seal block from the tight end. Male did, and but the 2nd and 3rd level Trinity came up really strong. Nice play.
Sekou Kamara on the tackle. They actually put him at the 34, only a 1-yard pickup.
It wasn't much of a gain at all.
4 seconds, the clock stopped because Harris went out of bounds, so one more play. Jordan Williams under center, Burton behind him. Williams pitches out Burton, right side, trying to cut the corner. Makes it 30. Hops a man. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Burton.
Mail is inviting Trinity into the box, and they know if they can get, Mail knows if they can get past that first level, they have athletes that can make plays, and that's exactly what happened there. Very nice play call.
Sucked him up inside and then raced him to the corner, and Burton with a 34-yard touchdown on the final play from scrimmage of this opening quarter. Extra point forthcoming. Henson to kick it. Snaps there, kicks out of there. It's certainly long enough, and it is good. 7-3 Bulldogs after a quarter. Second quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Mayo takes a 7-3 edge to the second quarter after the big play run for Chase Burton. Henson's going to kick it off. So Zach Floyd and Jeremiah Lynn back to return this kick for Trinity. Mayo now going left to right from the perspective of the visitors' press box. Henson ready to put a toe to it. Advances on it. It is a high kick that's going to settle in near the goal line and be a touchback. Can't ask for more than that.
No, that, in high school football, a touchback is huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge just because you give your defense a chance to get set. You can sort of make adjustments, see their offense come out on the field. You're not consistently trying to guess. So
Trinity on the attack. Jeff Cooper points out to me we don't have a number for time of possession, but the Bulldogs did very well in that in the first quarter.
I would think so. I would think out of the 12 minutes, they had it at least 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I would think.
It wasn't a long possession for the Shamrocks.
No, it wasn't.
So here they go, 1st and 10, their own 20. Johnson, the quarterback, in the pistol. Barry behind him. He's got a receiver set out wide each way. Claps his hands, gives Barry, middle of the line, picks his way for a gain of 3, maybe 4.
Mail's got a 4-man front, 2 linebackers, and they're man on corner, and then they got 2 high. So nice set. Given the speed Trinity has on the outside, it's not a bad deal.
Glenn Williams on the stop for the Bulldogs. 2nd down, and they'll call it 6 at the 24. 7-3 Mayo. Receiver each way. Pistol set for Johnson. Barry behind him. Mayo showing some pressure. Here they come. Hand to Barry, and he's hitting the backfield. He ran right into it.
That's what has to happen. They have to get Trinity in some 3rd and 2nd and longs and make them make plays, and I think that you'll see success.
Javion Dorsey, a name that I've called a lot doing Bulldog games. He was there for that one.
Seems like we always have a Javion. I mean, there's a couple of names you can bank on every season.
It's been good to him.
It has been. Javion is right there amongst them.
That's his 3rd tackle for loss this season. 3rd and long now for the Shamrocks. 10:50 to go, quarter 2. 7-3 Mayo, 3rd and 10. Trinity their own 20. Trips right. That is the open side. Whistles blow. Sending out Jeremiah Lynn now. Well, if you're Male, you're not upset to see that guy head off on a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, we need to get a scoop on what the problem is with equipment. Obviously, we can't see it from up here, but my goodness.
Knee pads is because I've noticed in the college game, guys don't wear pants anymore. Guys wear shorts.
No, they may as well wear shorts.
They do.
I agree, but I can't see what it is that they're concerned about.
3rd and 10, Johnson, pressure in his face. He scrambles out of it. Can he get free? 25, he's taken down. Chased down 2 yards shy of the first down. Nice job by Male to pressure him up front and then keep on him in the backside.
Nice play. Gets him, 4th and 2 or 3. They'll have to.
A couple yards short. Verbancic chased him down. Did a good job. Colin Jefferson to return. Carson Hilbert is the punter as well as the kicker.
You're going to get the ball about midpoint of the field, maybe at worst the 35. So the key here is just a clean catch. Everything else is gravy.
Jefferson backs up to his own 40. 4th and 2. Hilbert high snap, but he's got it. Gets it out of there. It's a kick over to the left side, and it takes a favorable bounce, but then rolls sideways and out of bounds. It goes out on Trinity's side of midfield, out of the 47. So short field, short punt. Tried to kick away from Jefferson, and he did, but he kicked away from everybody.
Caught it on the outside of his foot. It happens. It wasn't the greatest snap.
No, he had to jump.
He had to jump. That probably threw a little of his timing off. He rushed himself. Because it's hard. I mean, you think about it. They're 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, and they got 3 to 4 seconds to catch the ball and kick it. And
hopefully kick it well,
with thousands of people watching them. It's daunting, to say the least.
It'll get the butterflies going. 9:40 to go, quarter number 2. Male takes over at the Trinity 48, 7-3 lead. Williams under center. Williams, pitch out Burton right side, 50. Gets behind his blockers, makes the 45-44. Now that's not a highlight film run, but it's still just an impressive piece of fundamental football.
Trinity's gone to a 4-3 with a Wildcat sneaking up, probably a strong safety. He's the one that made the play, and if Male can get 3 to 4 every down, I swear they'll go 4 down every time. They could care less. They want to just keep the ball in their hands and keep pounding it.
DeMellis on the stop. Ball's at the 44. Second down there.
Yeah, they're playing really, really tight. Their safeties are only 10, 11 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Williams, little end-around action. Harris, can he get the edge on the left side? No, he cannot. Well defended that time by Trinity.
Well defended. Needed to cut it up. He thought he saw something outside, but there were 2 men out there, and just, they made a play, and that was a great play.
Sonny Bratcher Gray on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and long now. Lead it backs the Bulldogs up to the Trinity 49. 3rd down and 11. 8:20 to go in the first half. 7-3 Male the edge with the football, but
seems like they got their speed package in.
And now they come out in a wide formation. Haven't really seen a lot of this. Trips to the right. It's the open side of the field, and they're spread pretty wide. Williams in the gun. Burton beside him. Trinity shows pressure, backs out a little. Williams sets up a screen to Burton, and he's just not going to get anywhere with it. Taken down back on Male's side. Well, he's still not been taken down, but stopped on Male's side of the 50.
You had man coverage on the short side of the field. I think, and he threw an underpass, sort of a screen-type bubble pass, and, hindsight's always 20/20, but I think I would have taken a shot downfield. You had 3rd and long anyway. You were going to punt if you didn't. Anyway, nothing hurt here. It's just you got to recognize schemes, and that was, man on their man on our man. You would think our athlete's going to outperform their athlete.
4th and long, Male to punt from their own 47. 7:15 to go in the half. Lynn back to return, stands at his own 15.
Had a bobbled snap last time.
It's Henson punting this time. A one-hop snap, but Henson's got it, boots it out of there. It's a clean kick. Lynn grabs it about the 18, but it dragged him to the sideline, and he steps out around the 20. So a good directional kick. Let Lynn catch it, but really didn't give him any room to do anything except catch it.
Male just needs to have a good defensive series and get the ball back and keep Trinity's offense on the sideline. That is the key.
7-3. Shamrocks back on the attack. 7 minutes exactly to go here in quarter number 2. Johnson in the gun, whistles blow.
Well, they're
sending a male player out this time. So whatever this is, it must be epidemic. Albert Bledsaw looks like the guy who heads off to the sideline this time.
It looks like it must be a knee pad issue.
It's funny that nobody from either team can put on a knee pad, though.
I think they pull them up when they get to the sideline.
And forget to put them back down.
I guess. That's the only thing I can figure out.
First and 10 to 20. A little end-around action for Lynn. Can he get the corner? Not really. Picked up a couple, but he's met out there by the Bulldog defense and turned back. Nicely played. Glenn Williams on the tackle there.
Let me tell you, Carlos Wheeler played a great defensive end in substitution. Number 6. Spread it out, kept spreading it, made him cut back in, and then that's when our flow finally got him.
Christian Bradley over there, too. Yeah, a lot of times the guy who turns the play in isn't the guy who's going to make the tackle.
No.
But he does the yeoman's work.
The reality is the linebacker should make all the tackles.
2nd and 8, 23-yard line. Johnson in the pistol. Johnson to throw. Looks left. Fires. Incomplete.
Okay, incomplete.
Yeah, that one landed right on the receiver's hands, and he got met by a couple of Bulldog defenders, and it was a split-second play, incomplete.
Mel saw that. They went to a 3 front with 3 linebackers, so they were expecting an under or something of that nature, because that's what Trinity's really, really good at, finding that under route that, can burn you for 10, 20 yards, and obviously it's first down. Pretty much simple.
Solomon Conley, Christian White able to break that one up. 3rd and 8, 23-yard line, 6:14 to go here in quarter number 2. Johnson in the pistol, Berry behind him. Johnson to throw.
Okay.
Takes a shot out right and floats it right over his receiver. Incomplete. Nothing doing on that.
Call me crazy, but I don't think either quarterback's really settled down just yet on either side of the ball. I think they've had good passes. You got a flag?
Got a late flag in the line.
Must be, it's got to be a late hit.
The male players are backing up.
It's got to be a late hit.
If so, what a monumental mistake, because they had to stop.
That hurts.
It is. You are absolutely correct. Rough the passer.
Typically right behind the line of scrimmage in the middle, it's either a hold or a late hit.
Yeah.
I didn't see any holding, so
no,
had to be a late hit.
It is, and it'll be a first down. And that was a punt from about their own 22-yard line. That's a big first down to give away.
That's 15 yards and a first down and a clock stopper. Yeah. So you're at 6:10, and Trinity's got the ball on their 38-yard line.
Yeah, instead of punting from the 23.
Yeah. So I mean that's. Yeah.
But to your point, Zay Johnson really just doesn't look comfortable back there yet.
I noticed it in the Bryan Station game. He just never seemed to get really comfortable. And I don't know if his expectations because of last season are a little higher this year. But I think he'll find his way. It just doesn't seem like he's that comfortable.
1st and 10, 38. Johnson claps his hands, got it, gives Berry. Makes it 39, 40, 41. Not a lot there in the middle. Berry is an excellent back for a sophomore.
He is. He runs full speed straight ahead. And that's the one thing you can't really teach. A lot of kids want to run outside the tackles because, that's the highlight reel. But if you can teach a kid to run between the tackles with a hard nose, they're just so much more successful. It's just that simple.
Pickup was 3, 2nd and 7 at the 41. Slimmons on the tackle. Pistol set for Trinity. Play fake. Johnson rolls out. Johnson takes a deep shot. He's got a man out there one-on-one. It's incomplete, and they're going to flag him. They are going to call that one on Steron Davidson. He was out there man for man, and apparently got some of Mason Shearer.
Debatable if it was catchable, number one. Number two, I don't agree with that play. I think you had a referee who just basically was looking to throw his flag to get attention. Because that was not a good call.
It definitely wasn't one of the more blatant ones I've seen.
I've seen worse. Let's put it that way.
So
But I mean, the kid, The point of the matter is, it wasn't really a catchable ball. It was thrown in the area, no
He
question.
just put up a jump
but
ball.
even if he hadn't, if Mail's player had not defended it, I don't think he would have caught it. You can say what you want, but I don't think the contact had a thing to do.
After the play, they set it down on the Bulldog 44.
No, that stinks. That's a bad.
Mail partisans certainly agree with Mike.
That's just not a good call.
1st and 10, and now they come together. You want to talk about something that's going to get under my skin, Mike Shelton? It's this. What are you talking about here?
I know. I don't think, honestly.
Actually, let's take a break. They're taking a break. We'll take a break. Be back. 7-3 Mail here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
We're back here at Trinity. No real idea why we had a break, but we had one. And 1st and 10. Trinity on the Mail 44 now. They trail 7-3, 5:24 to go in the second quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 left for Johnson in the pistol for the Shamrocks. Johnson gives off the right side. The back able to make the 40 and down to about the 39. Ball came out at the end of the play. It's picked up by Mail on the return. 45, 40. Can he cut back? He might do it. 35, 30, 25. There is a flag. It's going to come back. It would be a touchdown. Great play, Brandon Richardson. Probably wiped out.
What are they doing now?
Now more flags. I see at least 3 out there.
Well, they may offset.
There's a 4th one. Maybe everybody just throws a flag. You got a flag, Mike? Fire it out there. There's a 5th one. I think everybody threw a flag on that play.
I think they have attention deficit disorder or something. I'm not sure what these refs are doing, but, man, they are all over it. Well, they had a crackback. There was a crackback on Mail, it looked like. That's what it had to be. That's the only.
Well, Mail's still going to have the football, but the penalty is going to essentially wipe out the return, which was a touchdown for Richardson. It's going to be Mail ball around midfield.
So, but you can't have 1 flag on Mail and 3 on Trinity, assuming that's the case. You follow me? In other words, there still has to be, assuming they have to offset evenly.
Well, if you're Mail, you better hope that they're all. No. Anything on Trinity you decline because you want to play.
The crackback block it's a safety rule, and I get it. But when you're just playing football and you're out there playing football and bodies are going every which direction.
And that was an electric run by Richardson. He went all the way across the field.
I mean, all it takes is for the defender, in this case Trinity's offense, to basically be pursuing, and then he cuts it back and they turn around and our guy's standing there and he hits him. I mean, it just – I get the safetiness of it, but it just at some point you have to use some common
sense. Let's see if we get some explanation as to what the 5 flags here are. Personal foul on Mail. Sportsmanlike conduct on Mail.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Really? None on Trinity.
Oh, that's your call. Out of 5 flags, you have 2 penalties, and they're both against Mail. So, if there is a marching backward. So where do we end up? I mean, Richardson scored a touchdown. The flag that was thrown was down, I believe, around the 38-yard line on Trinity's side of the field, and the ball is going to be set at the 32. Mail on their own 32, I mean. I have no clue, but that's where we are.
What we got now?
And now whistles blow. What are we looking at this time? We've got a flag on the sideline here over by Coach Wolf, and I think he just got one. And they're over.
I think there's a legitimate reason for them to have a conversation with the referees. I really don't know if they're familiar with the game.
Well, they're picking up the flag.
They waved it off.
My guess, knowing Coach Wolf, is he essentially said something to the effect of, I'm coaching my team.
Right.
We've got a timeout regardless. Male ball, 1st and 10, their own 32. We'll be right back here on Glycod.
Not just flies. Lines direct. Not just flies.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
So the last minutes have seemed like hours. I mean, this has been a wild set of flags, and when it's all said and done, Male's going to put it in play there on 32. So they get a turnover out of all this. It's easy to forget because of the chaos that's happened since. But the Bulldogs have the football.
They do.
They're on 32, 5:04 to go.
That's about the only thing we can definitively say is they are on the 32 and they have 1st and 10.
Jordan Williams, the quarterback. See how the Bulldogs align.
There'll be a little spark in their step, I hope.
Williams is under center, bunched up formation. Burton behind him. Williams pitches right to Burton. Burton gets one block, 30, 35, 40, 42, 43. He's got a 1st down. Assuming there are no flags.
Thus far, we are clear.
Allen Evans on the tackle, 1st down, 43-yard line. That little pitch right has paid some dividends.
Just got a nice seal block on our tight end, and, I mean, he finds the seam and makes it happen.
4:40 and the clock rolling, 7-3 Bulldogs. 1st down, their own 43. Williams, everybody bunched in around him. He's under center, Burton the setback. Jordan Williams. Play fake to Burton. On a throw. Takes a deep shot. Harris is out there. He's got it. 25.
Touchdown.
They're not going to catch him. No, sir.
Not even close.
To the house.
Not even close.
57 yards. What a play by Williams. Just a beautiful little play fake. Held it. Right on time. Dialed up Antonio Harris.
The best thing he did is he got air under the ball and let Antonio run to it. And all your good quarterbacks, regardless of, you can talk accuracy, you can talk arm strength, which at next levels, those make a difference, obviously. But at this level, if you just give your guys a chance to make a play, that is exactly what happens.
The visitors' press box was shaking for a second there.
Sort of scary.
Yeah. Extra point pending. Blandingham kicks it. It's true. 14-3 Bulldogs, 4:19 to go, quarter number 2 here on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
14-3, the edge here for the Bulldogs. Big play, Antonio Harris. Henson kicks it away. It's a driving kick that's going to settle into the end zone. Touchback. Trinity got that great field position off of the botched punt, their first possession. They've had horrible field position ever since.
With due respect, I just don't feel that their quarterback has settled in. And, I mean, outside of a couple play here and there from a speedster, and Darion, who's a very good back. But they've got to find some other rhythm somewhere to get their offensive moving. But Male seems to have found some keys here to sort of at least throttle them some, because Trinity's so explosive, typically.
Johnson in the gun. He's got a new back, Chris Wilson, out there on his right. 2 receivers each way. 1st and 10, his own 20. Zane Johnson looks to throw, sets, throws over the middle. It's caught by Lynn. He makes a man miss. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 40. Did they drag him out? They must have. And a late flag. That one was way behind the play. Came flying in. I think this will be well downfield, but
it's got to be on Trinity.
You would assume.
I mean, well, let's hope. I can't imagine Mel's going to get flagged for making a tackle, I guess.
Yeah, they're walking backward.
Yeah.
No, let's see. Yes, it is.
To the spot foul?
I think it's from the spot, yeah, with the spot being right at midfield that the penalty happened. It's a 15-yarder, so they're marking it back to the 35. It's still, after all is said and done, a 15-yard pickup for Lynn. But, boy, he showed you what he can do. You make one man miss, and with that kind of speed, whoo. Now, ball's at the 35. That's the situation. And Jeff Cooper says clip. I just saw the indication against Trinity and 15-yard variety. First and 10, 35. Two receivers each way. Zach Johnson's in the shotgun now. Johnson's got it, looking for Barry. Throws it to Barry off his fingertips. Boy, just had him wide open, led him too far, incomplete. That would have been an easy 7 or 8 yards. And if Barry makes a guy miss, it's much the same story as Lynn. But instead, second and 10. 4:04 in quarter number 2. Haven't been many timeouts. I think everybody's sitting on a fairly full complement. Looks like Trinity's got all three males holding 2. Second and 10, 35-yard line, 4:04 in the half. 14-3 male. Trinity with the ball. Johnson out of the pistol. Two receivers each way. Now Lynn moves right. Late handoff Barry. He makes the 40, makes the 45, 47. Nice slow developing run right there for Jamarian Barry.
High snap handled well by the QB.
Yeah, the speed of that play was all kinds of off, but the execution was spot on.
They found a weak spot on that right. On our right AB gap somewhere.
Put it at the 48, first down there. Two receivers right, one left. The left side is the open side. There's Zane Johnson and the Shamrocks. Lynn across formation. They hand behind him to Barry, and he's hit, drives his way forward and picks up a yard or two, and he was working to get that yard or two.
So if you're Mel's defense, you got 3 minutes to go till half. You do not want to give up a score because, number one, Trinity's going to get the ball back the third quarter.
That's right.
Number two, you've got a two-possession game at this point right now. You don't want to make it a one possession with them getting the ball.
It is key. Conley on the stop there, 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8 at the 50. 3 minutes. Johnson rolls left, fires. It is incomplete. Well, the ball's out. No call. Now it's incomplete. Okay. It looked almost like the corner who was closing, which was Brandon Richardson, was kind of in that no man's land. He could have gone for the pick, and maybe you get there. He just played the receiver, broke up the pass.
Good play, because it wasn't going to be a first down regardless.
Right.
So, why not break up the pass? If he gets the yardage, great. They still have a third down to run. So
3rd and 8. After the incompletion, Trinity was looking Mason Shearer's way on that one. Empty set this time. Lynn in the slot on the quarterback's left.
It's like Mel's man with one high.
Trips right.
Now they're sneaking back another. Got two somewhat high.
Johnson to throw.
Under the middle.
Here comes some pressure. Fires deep. Got a man out there. It is. Looks like caught. He did catch it down at the 13-yard line. Excellent grab. Caleb Warner able to get out there and grab it.
Nice throw, nice catch. Nothing you can do about that. That's just a nice throw and catch.
First down Shamrocks at the Bulldog 13. Caleb Warner, 5'9" sophomore. He played bigger than 5'9" right there.
Looks like he weighs maybe 95 pounds too. My goodness, he's a small one.
He streaked out there.
He's got some speed. I'll give him credit.
First down Shamrocks at the 13, 2:27 ago. Here in the half, 14-3 male, but Trinity knocking on the door. Pistol for Johnson. Fakes Barry. Johnson rolls left, sets his feet, throws into the end zone. It is caught. It's a touchdown. Waiting to see the receiver. Made a diving grab. And now we've got him. It's A.J. Green, the tight end. What are the officials talking about here?
I don't know. I don't see a flag.
I didn't either. Do you see one, Jeff Cooper? Yeah, there is one.
Well, must have been way over to our left here.
I don't have the best corner view, but everyone's marching backwards, so wipe the touchdown off the board. Nicely designed play there by Trinity.
It was. They had a drag behind the tight end, so obviously if it was tipped or even thrown behind the tight end, you had another person right there to receive it. So well designed, well executed.
The flag moves it back 5 yards. 1st and 15 at the 18, 2:15 in the half. Warner checks in. He's going to be in the slot to the right. Johnson's got Barry in the backfield beside him. It is the shotgun look. Johnson, high snap.
Reverse.
Double
That's a hold.
reverse.
That's a hold.
Cutting up Warner makes it 20. He's run out of bounds.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of extra help in the backfield on that one, but Mayo stayed home, able to defend it pretty well. I don't think he got really much of anything on that.
No, he may have gotten a yard.
The true reverse, they gave it to Lynn sweeping right, and he gave to Warner sweeping back left. But Mayo discipline, weren't fooled. 2nd down, and they're going to spot it right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2:08 on the clock. Warner went out of bounds. So the clock has been stopped. It is.
You got to think Trinity's got to take 2 shots here. They don't want to get to a short field.
Empty set with trips on the short side for Johnson. Whistles blow, and Mayo's going to call timeout and talk about it. 14-3, 2:08 to go in the half. Stay tuned here on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct. Not just blinds.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Trinity on the move, trying to get it back to a 1-score game before half. 2nd and 15. We've seen a little more creativity on this drive from the Shamrocks.
You have, speaking earlier about the quarterback not settling in for Trinity, and I think he's finally found a little rhythm. And honestly, he's found some players too. So, and that makes a difference when you get the ball in the right hands.
Who you throw it to, certainly. Same formation, trips to the left, which is the short side. It's an empty set for Zane Johnson.
Delay?
Yeah, or a flinch up front, one or the other.
It's got to be a delay or flinch up front, yeah.
Or another timeout. Mayo apparently.
I don't think you can call 2 in a row.
Well, they just did.
Well.
So there we are. We'll step aside for. No, we'll keep it here. Yeah. We can't call 2 in a row. How about that?
We'd love to.
I'm always confused about that rule. That's a good point.
Well, I was at a college game earlier this year, and one of the coaches called 2 timeouts in a row, and they flagged him. So that's why I brought that up. Is I just assumed it was the same for high school. Maybe that's a college rule, not a high school rule.
Second down. This one has been a play long in the waiting. We'll see what develops. Certainly everyone should be prepared. Mail out of timeouts now. That's the one thing about it. 2:08 in the half. Same formation. Trinity given the same look. Empty set. Zane Johnson.
Single high, man coverage.
Drops the throw. Sets, rolls right. Fires for Lynn in the back corner. Can't get it to him.
Nice.
Well
Very
played
nice
out there by Brandon Richardson. Boy, he's been an active player tonight.
He has been all over the place. Height does matter at a cornerback position, and he obviously had Lynn's limping a little. Long arms, height, nice play.
Richardson goes 6'3", and that certainly helps. Lynn's 5'11".
More importantly, you can if you're tall and have long arms, you can sort of play off body and get your hand out.
Right.
Whereas if you're not, it's more body play. But you still have to be an athlete, regardless of height.
3rd and 15, 2:02 in the half. They just reverse the formation. The trips are to the right this time. It's still an empty set. Zane Johnson the only back. Lynn goes across formation. Fake to him. Backside screen is incomplete. Shot it right over his target, Mason Shearer.
That was a touchdown.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody out there.
No, there were 3 offensive linemen for Trinity and 1 male defender. It was a touchdown.
Instead, Sales incomplete. And Trinity going to kick the field goal. I was talking about this during the break. It gets it back to 8, which would be a 1-score situation.
Male made some penetration on the first field goal, so it wouldn't shock me if they saw something. Mm-hmm. And at this point, why not? Why not, bring the house and see what you can do.
35-yard try. Hilbert was good from 33 the first time. Snaps there. Kicks out of there. It's certainly long enough.
Nice ball.
And it is good. 14-6, minute 57, and the clock mysteriously runs another second. We'll step aside, be back here on Glycon.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
14-6 now. The male edge, 2 Bulldog touchdowns, 2 Trinity field goals. That's where we're at. See if the Bulldogs can stretch an advantage here in this last minute, 56. Hilbert's kickoff, sails to Davidson, but way over his head. He has to go about 8 yards deep to catch it. Touchback.
So you got to think Male's got a minute 56. So
no timeouts.
Priority 1, don't make a turnover.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see them be fairly conservative here.
Well, Trinity's got their 3 timeouts, so if they try to knee it just to run the clock out,
they won't be crazy conservative, but I expect to see some runs. Let's put it that way.
I think they'll do some misdirection type stuff or something like that.
Yeah,
they'll definitely try to keep the ball moving forward on the ground.
First and 10 at the 20.
Yep.
Williams under center, Burton behind him. Harris wide to the left. Had the big catch for the last touchdown. Turn around, pitch out right, Burton. Makes it 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Turning them back in. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Chase Burton took it 80 yards.
That was Tony Dorsett, baby. That was the best run I've seen in quite a while.
Explodes right, works all the way back left.
Goodness gracious. How in the world do you stop and re-gear and go again like that is beyond me.
Just planted his leg in the ground and turned.
And tell you, wow, what a run.
Well, never mind. They won't get conservative. No. They'll just give it to Chase Burton and he'll go 80 yards.
I'm not sure that wasn't the plan to begin with. That's why we're up here and they're on the sideline.
More important, that's why Chase Burton's in the backfield. No goodness, what a play.
Wow.
Extra point pending.
There we go.
Henson to boot it, and he puts it through. 21-6 Bulldogs just like that. We'll be right back here on Glycod.
What?
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
We've seen some impressive play from Chase Burton. That might be a new level. A star, if not born tonight, is certainly shining even brighter tonight here at Trinity.
I dated myself. It reminded me a lot of the Tony Dorsett Dallas Cowboys run.
Oh, yeah.
Back in what, 1980 whatever? 2?
Few years ago. Henson kicks it off. It's a high kick near the end zone, but not in. Returned out across the 20. Return man shakes free. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and he goes down just across midfield. Zach Floyd, just a great patient return there. Kind of waited for it to come, and then it did.
That's what Trinity does. They just keep fighting back.
Minute 28, so Mail makes their shot. Trinity says, let's have a good start on a counter, and there it goes. Cunningham on the tackle. First down, Shamrocks at the Mail 49. And they still have a full complement of timeouts. Minute 28.
Yeah, I think they'll use them.
Trips left. Johnson in the pistol.
Mail's gone to more of a prevent type. They'll give, but hopefully not give the touchdown.
Johnson to throw. Takes a deep shot. Got a man out there. Dropped. 20-yard line. Went right into and out of the hands of Nation McBrome.
Nice throw. Catchable ball. Just got to bring it in if you're going to do either.
Now between that one and the screen that was set up on third down, Bulldogs been lucky a couple times here.
They have. It's definitely been thus far mostly a Bulldog possession half.
2nd and 10. 1:23 and a half. Trips left again. Pistol set. Zach Johnson looks to throw. Looking left. Now pulls it down. He's hit as he breaks the line. We're going to have a flag that brings the whole thing back. He's hauled down by the helmet, and that's going to bring out a contravening foul on Solomon Conley, who tackled him at the 47. And
they're going to call that a horse collar, and I don't buy that. If he's wearing his helmet, see, he should have to go out of the game, in my opinion. If he's wearing his helmet that loose.
Johnson's helmet popped off as he was tackled. I imagine we're looking at offsetting penalties here.
I would hope so. Although the personal foul, who knows?
That is true.
Who knows? We definitely had a hold. Unless there was illegal use of hands by Mayo, which could be the case.
No, the first penalty was on Trinity. They are going to offset, and we'll replay the down. I don't think that'll help Johnson's composure any. He, independent of the flag, he got popped and got his helmet ripped off. So
I'm not a big fan of the loose helmet thing.
See that more and more. I think the same people who decided to wear shorts also decided they didn't need to buckle their helmet.
I was scared to death when I was playing if my helmet wasn't tight enough.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious.
It is, dare I say, a no-brainer.
No
because
doubt.
You may have no brain
it's just,
if you fail.
It's just hard to believe that, that's what they do. But it seems to be an epidemic up and down any level of football. It doesn't matter.
So 2nd and 10 at the 49 after all that.
$1:15 to go.
Yep. Same formation for Trinity. With trips left.
Nell's got 3 high this time.
Showed pressure and backed out. Johnson rolls left for Bancic, but they set up a screen. It's caught, and the man who caught it was Berry, and he got absolutely lit up. Solomon Conley back again on that one.
Scouted that play well. They knew what was coming. Seems like Trinity likes to load up one side and sneak the back out the opposite side. And if they don't have something quick on the strong side, they flip it back over.
3rd down and 12. Shamrocks back on their own 49 now. 48 seconds. They're taking their time. They're not in a hurry to punt the ball.
No, they're not.
At the same time, down 2 scores A little surprised they're not being a little more mindful of the clock, but empty set, trips right for Zane Johnson. Clock inside 30 seconds now. It's 3rd and 12. Clock to 25. Johnson drops, sets, throws short. It's caught. It is going to be right around the sticks. Caleb Warner with the catch. He's a yard short.
It's 4 downs. They're going to go for it.
Yeah,
They have
there's
nothing to
13 seconds on the clock. They're going to first call a timeout. They'll call a break, and we'll stay here. Davidson on the cover there for Mayo.
So they got 13 seconds, maybe 2 plays. Just depends on if they pass it.
So, yeah, they got timeouts. I guess my first question for you here is, I see this as 3 options. Chuck one deep, try to get 10 or 15 yards and set up a field goal, or just bounce. I mean, we're talking about a kicker who hit a 55-yarder. It'd be 57 from here. You can kind of combine options and take a shot and then try the field goal. If he can make it from 55, he can kick it from 57.
I think football's all about first downs and touchdowns.
Yeah.
Get a first down, you stop the clock.
Yeah.
You got a timeout. So
13 seconds is the big key. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's 2 yards, yard and a half. So you would think that they could get that.
Yeah, first it's 4th down. You got to convert in some way or kick.
Oh, it is
and
4th down.
Kicking.
I'm sorry. I thought it was 3rd. I'm sorry.
Nope, 4th and 1.
So, yeah, I think they take a shot.
13 seconds. Johnson, they're going to hand it off. Run it with Berry, 35, 30, 25, down to about the 23. 7 seconds on the clock, and they'll call another timeout.
Yeah, I think they'll kick a field goal.
And somehow this said that they had 3 timeouts. I know that's not true.
They have at least 1 left.
Yeah.
You would
I think they do have
goal.
1 left, yeah. 24-yard line is where they're going to spot this. So
40.
7 seconds. Do you take one quick shot and then kick, or do you just go on and send Hilbert out here?
Well, so
I mean, you don't really gain anything with a field goal. You're down 2 scores either way.
But you get the ball back.
That is true.
So I think
but is 21-9 really inherently any better than 21-6?
Points on the board.
That's true.
Points on the board.
That's also true.
You look at analytics, it's all about, if you don't have points on the board, you can't win.
That's true. Don't take away points. That's one of the axioms. Yeah.
Obviously, my analytics team and their analytics team.
Yeah, they're putting the offense out here, so it looks like they're going to take at least one quick shot. 7 seconds, so the time will be key. They do have 1 timeout left.
I think they'll run some sort of screen or a wheel route or something like that.
I'm not sure if I was them. I would just hand it to Berry again and let him bulldoze for 10 more yards. From the 24, Johnson is in the shotgun with Berry beside him. Johnson to throw. Sets, fires over the middle, and it is
intercepted.
In and out of the hands of Antonio Harris. He almost picked it off the turf. Instead, with 3 seconds, it's incomplete, and now your decision's a lot easier.
Well, it's mail ball, right?
No, he didn't get it. It hit the ground. Couldn't come up with it.
But that was 4th down.
No, they got the first down.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so 2nd down. They're clear on. It's just the clock, but they're not sending Hilbert out. 3 seconds at the 24-yard line. Okay, they're going to call their timeout, and then Hilbert will probably come out and try a 41-yard field goal.
I was still stuck in 4th down land.
Well, there was a lot that happened there.
It's definitely a thinking man's game when you get down. Clock management is a key.
Yeah.
So I think they take a shot, and we'll see what happens.
Hilbert's out, so.
Oh, he is out.
He is. That's interesting. 3 seconds left. He'll be on from 41 here. Good from 33 and 35 earlier. This one's off the right hash. He's a right-footed kicker. And Mayo looks like they're in kind of a safety defense. Colin Jefferson and Antonio Harris are dropped back deep toward the goal line just to be safe. 3 seconds, last play of the half. 21-6, Mayo over Trinity. Shamrock's trying to get 3 here. Hilbert kicks it out of there. It's long enough, but it's no good. He missed it wide left.
Wide left.
And so Mayo goes to the locker room with a 21-6 lead over Trinity. Great half for the Bulldogs. We'll recap it, get you ready for the second half coming up here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Halftime here at Trinity High School, where Male has had their way 21-6 the advantage. Everything has been going the Bulldogs' way, and we'll talk about that a little more. But before we get any deeper, I want to thank our sponsor of the scoreboard tonight. You're getting score information, and that comes from our friends down at Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway. Their number is 502-968-5657. Tell them I told you to try the pork chop. I hear it's really good. Another thing that's really good is Male's performance here. 21-6, 3 touchdowns for the Bulldogs, 2 field goals for the Shamrocks. We are going to step aside, have a word from some of our beloved commercial sponsors, and on the other side, we'll tell you how they got those 21 points and get you prepared for the second half. Everything going the Bulldogs' way so far. 21-6 at intermission here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, You know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
21-6, the score at intermission, and let's tell you how we got there. Male had the opening possession, gained 3 first downs, but then had to punt, dropped the snap on the punt. It looked like a disastrous situation. Bulldog defense honestly did a good job to kind of stiffen their backs, hold Trinity to a 33-yard Hilbert field goal, made it 3-0, 3:14 to go in the first quarter. And the last play of the first quarter, preview of things to come. Chase Burton went outside, a little pitch right play that they've used several times tonight. He found the seam, 34 yards to the house on that one. Henson's extra point makes it 7-3. And again, that was the final play of the first quarter. Things kept going the Bulldogs' way. A beautiful pass after a series of bizarre penalties. Male just calmed down and came right back, and Williams threw a dot, just a nice downfield ball. Antonio Harris hauled it in, took it to the house, 57 yards. Landingham extra point, 14-3. At that point with 4:19 in the second. Trinity able to gain some yardage back, moved it down. But in the end, again, the Male defense did what they had to do. They got a stop on third down. Hilbert hits a 35-yard field goal. But at that point, the play that I think encapsulates the half. It's 14-6. Male's really outplayed Trinity, but it's a one-score game. Looks like it's going to go to intermission that way. It looked like it was going to go to intermission that way. And then Chase Burton took that little pitch right, went about 25 yards right. It's already a great run. First down, sets the Bulldogs up near midfield, but Burton said, I'm not done. Sticks his foot in the ground, lets the flow go right past him toward the right sideline, circles back left, outruns everybody, 80 yards. As impressive a run as you will ever see in high school football.
No question. I mean, you just think about the presence of mind. Number one, in our football ability up here, which is somewhat limited, we're talking conservative. Let's just make a turnover.
Just get to the half.
Let's just get to the half. Let's make sure we, because Trinity gets the ball coming back.
They do.
So, and then obviously it's just an off-tackle handoff, and the seam was there, and he exploded. And then, again, from the flow perspective, to plant your foot, to run horizontal, and then to break it upfield while you have the backside Trinity defense coming at you, and to outrace them the last 30 yards. I just don't think you see that a lot at all in high school football.
I'm pretty sure Trinity doesn't see that a lot.
And beyond that, you see it when there's a mismatched team. You see when someone is clearly better than the other team. But when you have a highly competitive game like this, you don't see that. I mean, that's a big-time run. That's a highlight reel. Yeah. There's no question. Yeah. So good for him, good for Mayo. Mayo's got their work cut out for him.
Yeah, that's true. The extra point made it 21-6, minute 38 in the half, and that's where we end up. Hilbert pushed a 41-yard field goal wide left on the last play of the half, 21-6. So far from over. We're going to step aside, have another word, and then we come back. I'm curious, right before the half, we'll get your thoughts, what you might be saying in the locker room for both teams. We'll talk about that on the other side of this break, and then second half Mayo Trinity here on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Halftime winding up 21-6, Mayo the edge. So, all right, duly warned here, Mike. I told you I was going to kind of pick your brain. What do you say in each locker room? Let's start with Mayo. What your Coach Wolf, here you go. Take over.
First thing you say is play Mayo football. That's what they've done so far.
Yeah.
And, And, I mean, you know, you may tweak something here and there, but that's more from a coaching perspective, schematic, and that's more from the skill guys. But, you know, guys, it appears we're beating them up front.
Yeah.
It appears that while we're not completely handling the line of scrimmage, we're doing what we need to do to be successful. You know, and frankly, you got to feed the pig. Give the guy who can take him to the house, feed the pig. That's the first thing I would tell you. Defense, I would actually give them a slap on the back and say, play male football, and you know, make sure that you continue to pressure the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, they have speedsters. Just make sure you don't let them out of a step or two sight, and you know, make plays.
Okay, so now I'm going to give you the tougher job. You just lost your 15-point lead, and you're down 15 at half. You're Jake Cobb in that Trinity locker room. What's your message? What are you saying?
First thing I'd say, we're better than this.
Yeah.
We're a lot better than this, and we are not showing it, and we've got to find a way. And so, you know, the first thing we've got to do, guys, is we're losing the possession battle. We're not keeping the ball in our hands long enough to wear somebody down where they make a mistake. That's the first thing I would say.
Right.
The second thing I would say is, okay, they're fast. We knew they were fast. We've got to change our angles. We've got to find ways to get the tackle done and not give up the big play, because that's what's hurt them so far.
It is. Well, you look at the 3 touchdowns, a 34-yard run, a 57-yard pass, and then an 80-yard run. And that's what we said. Male's going to come out. They're going to swing for the fences. And if they hit home runs, they're going to beat you hitting singles and doubles. And, boy, that's come to fruition. You know, the thing for Trinity, you wonder back to that first possession. They take over at the male 29. If they cash that in, we might have a totally different game. Instead, they only get 3, and they just never really have seemed to get comfortable offensively at any point in this.
You know, when they give the ball to Berrien and to their 2 speedy receivers, good things happen.
Yeah.
And if anything, I would tell them you need to do more of that.
Yep.
Number 2, I would tell them, you know, the turnover battle is pretty even. I'm not really sure Male even has a turnover. They have the botch punt, but they don't necessarily have a turnover. Trinity's got the fumble, which caused the flag brigade to come out. But, you know, with that said, you know, you got it. You know, it's just a good matchup. You know, Male's definitely got a 15-point lead on Trinity, and Trinity's got to find a way to score and stop.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's where we stand, and wanted to pass on a little late due credit there. We talked about scoring. I got so excited I forgot to thank our sponsor for a look at that first half scoring. There it was, German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. I'm sorry, Chase Burton just got me excited. You know, you don't see a run like that every day, and you know, it's just been that kind of half for the Bulldogs. Now, I know you've seen enough of these games to know the momentum thing can flip in a hurry. You can play a great first half and leave it all in the locker room at halftime.
So you just got to make sure, you know, you're not looking for any miracles on defense. You're just looking for good, solid plays and good stops. And frankly, from this point forward, just because Trinity hasn't, you got to make them make plays. Their quarterback is, for whatever reason, he just doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah.
And he's a little overthrown, a little underthrown. He's had some strikes, and he can play, but he just doesn't look comfortable. So the point of the defense is you don't have to be heroes. You just got to play stout defense and make them make a play. Don't give up the big play, but make them make a play. And if you get them in 3rd and long, good things happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of been the story of it so far. Well, here we go. Trinity back on the field. They're ready to go. Male get that kickoff team ready to go. Trinity won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they will take the football. They will go right to left here in quarter number 3. They are sending their return men deep. Zach Floyd, who had a nice return, he's over on the right side. Chris Wilson on the left side. Henson is going to kick it for the Bulldogs. So the first half pretty stoutly in the male column. Second half will finish the decision.
I will say, looking back historically at the stats for the season, Male seems to have a mental letdown 3rd quarter. It happened against St. X last week, or 2 weeks ago. St. X rolled it back for 3 touchdowns. Can't really say I saw the Ballard or Butler game. I think they were pretty much in hand at that point.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, that's the one thing I probably should have mentioned in the locker room speech is, guys, we got to come out and start fast. No, we got to start fast and finish strong, and hopefully that's what happens.
Henson's ready to go. Advances on it. high driving kick.
Good
It's
kick.
going to settle into the end zone. It's a touchback.
At this point, why grab that? Take it on the 20 and give your offense time to set.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Trinity didn't seem to have any second thoughts. Of course, the rule in Kentucky, too, if any part of the ball hits the end zone, it's out of your hands. You can't catch it a yard deep and take off. If you touch it inside the end zone, it's in the end zone.
What's odd to watch is the NFL and their new kickoff.
It is.
You just don't even, it's almost like, what are we doing? You know, you just look at it.
It's just funny to see the quote-unquote highest level of the sport with this weird experimental rule when you can come out to a game on Friday or a game on Saturday and see the way it's always been.
It's obviously a safety issue.
Oh, totally.
But still, all right, let's see what happens here.
1st and 10, their own 20. Run Barry behind the receiver going through, and he gets about 5 yards. You know, I think I said to you at one point during the break, I was a little surprised they'd gone away from the run. They've run the ball pretty well, but, I mean, I guess
Solid.
you're down a couple scores. It's hard to be too patient.
I think anytime you get a big play like what happened, towards the end, to get Mail up 21-6, it changes your thought process, and sometimes you play catch up. And
yeah.
To your point, I just think they need to play Trinity football and just see what happens.
Trips left for the Shamrocks. Zach Floyd in at the running back beside Johnson in the gun. Lynn crosses formation left to right. Everything goes right. Pitched out.
Yeah.
But a flag as it goes, and it's a false start against the Shamrocks. They were going to run Floyd to the right.
I think he turned upfield just a little too quick. You got to keep, if you go motion, the rule used to be, and this is many years ago, you have to keep your shoulders perpendicular to the line of scrimmage.
You can't turn up.
You cannot turn up. And if you turn up before the snap, then that's no different than an offsides. Or a false start, for that matter.
Yeah, they've gotten a little more lax on that. I see a few players take that kind of arena league turn.
Right.
You can do it there. But that one certainly was detected. 2nd down. I honestly call it 9. I think they gave him 6 on that first play, so we'll put it 2nd and 9 here. 21-yard line. Johnson in the gun, 2 receivers each way. Johnson rolls right. Sets, looks back, throws left. Nothing there. Incomplete. Caleb Warner wasn't open at all. Coverage was there. Just nothing doing.
We had double coverage on him, or at least we had a man in the middle and a cover man, and it wasn't much. I'm not sure where he was throwing the ball. He's throwing it to a point, but nobody got to the point with the green helmet on.
3rd down and 9. Your Mail, this is exactly where you wanted to start the second half. So far.
Best case scenario is a punt. Or an interception. Nothing wrong with interception.
Colin Jefferson back deep. Everybody else is up tighter. Johnson looks to throw. Sets. Fires over the middle. Behind his receiver and dropped. Tried to get it to Zach Floyd. A little bit behind him. Don't know if he gets the first down even if he catches it, but we'll never know. 3 and out.
So Mail's objective from this point forward, number 1, field the ball clean. Number 2, make sure you get your offense on there and eat up clock.
Yep. Colin Jefferson back to return the punt from Carson Hilbert. Jefferson stands at his own 45. First possession of the second half, nets 1 yard in 3 plays for the Shamrocks. Hilbert to punt it. There's the snap. Rolls out rugby style and kicks it going right and gets a great boot. 35, and it hits. Jefferson grabs it at the 25. See if he can do something with it. Makes the 30 out to about the 34. Well, he did a good job of avoiding disaster, but what a great punt there by Hilbert. The whole rugby-style kick, he booted it about 50 yards, and Jefferson able to avert a little bit of that. Gets back about 10.
Good field position.
Put it down, call it the 33-yard line. Mail on their own side. 10:43 to go, quarter number 3, 21-6 Bulldogs. Big Henry Harding, number 50, leads him up to the line. He's the center. Williams behind him. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 1 and a tight end right. Williams gives off the right side. Burton trying to get outside. 35, 38, 40, 41. He's hard to tackle.
Pretty stout kid.
I mean, that one doesn't go 80, but it's still pretty darn impressive.
I think if they hadn't tried to rip the ball away from him, he could have gone another 10 yards. He started protecting the ball.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what Trinity has to do. If they're going to get back in this thing, they have to create opportunities and, you know, create a fumble, interception, a big sack, something like that to get they're running a little flat right now.
9-yard pickup. Botner and Skiles on the tackle for Trinity, but 2nd and 1. See if Mail takes a shot here. Williams gives it off. Right side, Burton. He's got the first down and makes the 45.
You know, he's just a strong kid. He's had 2 or 3 on him, and he still finds a way to make an extra 2 or 3 yards.
He seems to always fall forward, too.
Falls forward, and, I mean, you talk to anybody at the next level, and the next level could be college or NFL, but it's yards after contact for a running back. And if you can get, you know, if you can average 2 to 3 in high school, maybe even in high school, probably even more, 10 to 20, then, you know, you've got something. So he definitely has a way to find, in this case, the sticks.
Yep. First down of the 45. Wilson on the tackle for Trinity. The Bulldogs the first down. 10 minutes to go and the clock running. Mail up 21-6.
It's Mail football, man.
Hand it off. Burton works the left side this time. Makes it out to midfield. Spinning, churning, 5-yard run.
That's all they want to do. Control the ground game. 4, 5, 6, 7 yards a punch. Mail's happy.
Jack DeBellis on the stop. Clock rolls midfield. Trinity trying to pump up the crowd with the white stripes. Jack White says 7 Nation Army couldn't hold him back. I don't think they could hold Chase Burton back either, though.
At this point, Chase is the man.
2nd and 5. Bunched in tight. Williams, the quarterback. Burton is set back on his left. Oh, he got a flinch.
Is it on us?
I believe it is.
Honestly, I think it's on our center.
Yep. Can't start ahead of everybody else, unfortunately. He gives back the 5 that Burton got. 2nd down and 10 now. Mail back to their own 45. Bunched formation. This time Williams under center. Burton behind him. 2nd and 10. Turnaround pitch right. Burton. 45, 46, and that's about it. Well played that time by Trinity. Only got a yard. John Wilson on the stop. Called his name a lot tonight. 3rd and 9. Coach Wolf has got a little mini huddle going on the sideline. Williams, Verbancic. It's like Nicholas Brown all over there with him, and now they're heading back in. Not sure they'll have time to get the play off. We'll see. Williams sends him to the line. 3rd and 9. Ball on their own 46. Burton flips out left. Williams throws downfield. Got a man out there, but it's short-armed. It's picked off at the 35. And able to come back and make the play. He took a shot at the receiver. Couldn't quite come up with it. And, yeah, just short-armed it toward Carlos Wheeler.
Can't do that.
Sonny Bratcher Gray able to make the interception. So he's down at the 37, and that's where the Shamrocks will take over. So, you know, the one thing about it is 3rd down and long, kind of an arm punt there. You don't give up a big return on it. I mean, I know that's not what you're after, but it's not a disastrous turnover.
You'd rather have them inside their 20 than inside their 40.
That's true.
So,
first down, 37-yard line after the interception. 7:52 to go in quarter number 3. Johnson to throw. Johnson pulls it down, now throws late, and it's complete. The receiver tries to break away, and he will not. Hale did a good job swarming to the ball. Let's see where they actually end up spotting this one. It didn't go for much of anything.
Yeah, 3 or 4 yards at the most.
They're going to put it at the 40, so pickup of about 3. Second down 7, ball at the 40. It's a little short pass, but boy, Mail swarmed the ball. Tick down to 7 minutes here in quarter number 3, 21-6. Mail the lead, Trinity with the ball. Lynn goes across formation. They run it with Barry behind him. He gets 3-4 yards. It'll be a third and middling play upcoming.
Looks like we made contact in the backfield, but for some reason didn't.
Third down, again, intermediate here. We got people running all the way around the field. I have no idea what's going on. 3rd and 4. Whistles blow.
What was that all about?
It's just there's a track around the outside of the field, and there are fans running all over the place. I don't know if there's a fight.
I'm not sure what is going on.
They're emptying out of the stands now.
Students.
Yeah.
Students, not.
No idea what is going on or why the student section is just clearing out en masse across the way. I'm not responsible for any of these kids, but I'd imagine my first order of business would be sit down, stop.
Or escort them out the door.
Yeah.
I saw an ambulance ride through there.
So the student section is literally just clearing out. They're all running. Yeah, for some reason, all of this has stopped the game. No idea. I saw this start on the other side, and then it began down to our left. No idea. I mean, you hate to speculate at times like these, but a mass exodus of people out of the student area. They were running earlier, and they have stopped. Nobody's running now. They still emptied out the student section in a hurry, and here come the officials running toward the side. Now we're going to take a break. We'll try to figure it out. We'll be back with you. 21-6 Mail here on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
We're still in a delay here at Trinity. No idea what exactly we're looking at. Play is stopped. The players are still on the field. Nobody's gone back to a locker room or anything. I imagine whatever we're dealing with is being handled pretty summarily. I don't know. I see a movement of the Trinity players all coming together in the middle of the field. I think the captains may be meeting here. No, I think you're just getting ready for football. No, now Chris Wolf and the staff say not yet. Not real clear. Yeah. Whatever we're looking at. Chris Wolf's getting the scoop down below us. He says, get back. Everybody get back on the sideline. Get out of this. No real indication. You'll see the coaches, again, kind of, really on both sides, just kind of told their guys to get calm, get back out of the way. So I don't know. We'll see what comes of it. Well, we got a minute here. Let's take the opportunity to kind of talk about the seasons for these two teams. Of course, Trinity, I mentioned my interview with Coach Cobb. They only play 4 home games. They played another home game September the 6th. They lost to Center Grove of Indiana 24-10. And behind by 2 scores here tonight. They won all 3 on the road. They went to Bryan Station, got a 28-10 win. Went to Frederick Douglass and won 23-13, and then won at Carmel. That's an Indiana school last week, 35-23. It doesn't get any easier moving ahead for them. They play both of the St. X's, the Louisville one, and then the Cincinnati one. And then they got their district games, Ballard, Eastern, and Oldham County. Now, Ballard had a good team there for a couple of years, but by all indications has kind of settled back to the middle of the pack this year, so hard to imagine anybody having a lot to contend with this Trinity team in district, Mike.
I wouldn't think so, and it really comes down to, especially when you're like a Mayo or a Trinity, and you're sort of in what I'll call a lopsided district, seeding matters in the playoff, and then beyond that, it's who your cross-district foe is in the first and second round, because you can eliminate and, possibly even rest your players. Because historically, the number 4 seed, if you will, from District 3 playing the number 1 seed from District 4.
You're not going to get a real good game out of that.
You're not going to get a good game. And, I mean, it's not uncommon. You may bring your starters out for a series or 2, but eventually, you're going to sub in, and let's get some fresh legs for next week. And, frankly, week 2 is not that much more challenging.
Yeah.
So, it just depends. It's when the 2 – there's 3 Louisville districts, St. X, Manual, Butler, PRP is 1. Mayo, Southern, Fern Creek, and Bullitt East is 2.
Yep.
And then Trinity, Eastern, Ballard, and Oldham County's 3.
Yep.
And the challenge becomes for Louisville schools if they have in the first round seeded against another Louisville district.
Yeah, right.
And
they've had kind of an alternating system with that. I don't know off the top of my head what the situation is for this year.
I've looked at it before, but not this year.
And
so, with that said, this game matters. Let's call it what it is. It matters for pride, and obviously it's a good game. And
matters for that RPI, too.
It matters for the RPI, and it's one of those games where, you want to win it, but you don't want to bring the kitchen sink.
So save some things back. It's true.
But on the flip side, you sort of this is fun. Let's find out where we are. I think Trinity's had more of a schedule to find out where they are than Mail has. But this is a good litmus test for both, and we'll see. I mean, Center Grove, year in and year out in Indy is tough. They always are tough.
Sure.
Carmel typically is tough.
Yeah.
Trinity seems to hold their own against Cincinnati St. X or even Elder or some of those schools up there. Louisville St. X, they've handled them, until recently, they've handled them fairly well.
Yeah.
So, I look for big things out of Trinity, a lot of big things out of Trinity. I mean, Mail's got, some games coming up. I think you have Frederick Douglass on the horizon. And then, some others that are coming around the corner. But, it's just a matter of getting yourself in a position to play clean football, because when you get into the October-November race, it's about who makes the fewest mistakes.
So, let's look at that Mayo schedule. Beat Butler 47-0, beat Ballard 49-21. Of course, last week needed overtime and a 2-point play to best St. X 35-34. The game tonight, and then the next 2 weeks at PRP and then at Frederick Douglass. And then they get their district games, Southern, Fern Creek, and at Bullitt East. And then, of course, you end the season with that battle with Manual. So, both teams, I think, in spite of those shaky districts, matchup-wise that we talked about, they've done their best to get together about as competitive a slate as you can. And Trinity's playing 3 out-of-state teams. Mayo's not playing any. Interestingly, I was talking about this with Nathan McPeak from Frederick Douglass before the season, and he said, we're not playing those games just because of what they do to your RPI. You can play the best team in Indiana, and your RPI treats it as, if you're lucky enough to beat them, a win over a 5-5 team in Kentucky. So he said, from our standpoint, it just doesn't make sense to play those games. I'd rather play somebody good in the state, and if that means I got to play Boyle County, which they do, that's fine. So that was his standpoint. Obviously, Coach Cobb feels pretty differently about that, given that they play 3 of those out-of-state games.
Well, I think a lot of that is Trinity historically has had trouble scheduling anybody because of their success.
Yeah.
And kudos to them. I think that the reality is that they have a much more difficult time than others in getting games. And, I don't look for that to change. And frankly, I think they like the regional schedule.
Yep. All right, so we're back. Ready at last for football. 3rd and 4 at the 43. 6:22 to go here in quarter number 3. They leads 21-6, a long delay, but now ready for football again.
Gotta hope that Mail kept plugged in. They had good intensity in that first series, and hopefully the same thing will happen here.
3rd down play for Zane Johnson. He sets to throw. Got some time. Takes a deep shot. One-on-one.
Intercepted.
It is indeed picked off. There are 2 Mail players who went over. They think they've got it. They say they've got it. They apparently do not have it. It's incomplete.
Ball's on the ground.
Okay. Excellent coverage. There was Brandon Richardson. He was one of the guys over there. Couldn't see who the other player was. Richardson was the guy in man coverage. And I think Colin Jefferson kind of came over the top as a last resort to provide help.
He did. Well, we got 4th down?
Yep, 4th down.
All right, so punt away.
4th and 4.
Come on, get
Keep
set.
your eye out for any fakes here. Ball's at the 43. Nope, they're going to kick it. They boot it.
Clean, catch it clean.
Jefferson just going to let it hit about the 27, and it's down by Trinity, back a couple yards upfield at the 29.
Nothing hurt there at all with Mail.
Might tell Steron Davidson, boy, he settled in a little close to that. It's one of those where if you're not going to catch it, get out of the way.
I was a special teams guy in college, and I can't tell you how many coaches got so red-faced yelling that away.
Yeah. One bad bounce, and there you go.
By all means, back in many moons ago when I played, you always caught the punt.
Yeah.
You didn't want to give up yardage that was negative yardage. And kickoff's different, but you always caught the punt.
Yeah.
And you always got away. And it's just, if you didn't catch it, you got away. I'm sorry. So
1st and 10 at the 29. Bulldogs with a 21-6 lead. Here's Burton off the right side, and this time Trinity's there. String it out, drop him for a short loss. Well played.
Very well played. We've run that. I think we've gone to the well a few too many times with that.
Burton to the right has been good to the Bulldogs, but it has certainly been a staple tonight.
Well, if you notice, their line, it didn't shift, but it flowed that way because they saw the step coming off our offensive line. And, the good news is the clock's running. Bad news is we had no gain.
I actually lost a yard.
Yeah. So, we've got to find open space, find a guy with speed, and, if we do that effectively, I think we'll be able to produce something here.
Big Keandre Thompson on the tackle. 2nd and 11, 5:13 to go, quarter number 3. Play fake for Williams. Over the middle, it's tipped, it's intercepted. And here comes the Trinity interceptor. He is taken down right about where he cut the ball. It was John Wilson able to grab it. Goes down at the Mail 35, and boy, that one, I think he just tried to squeeze it in a window that wasn't there.
Tight end was open. He just needed to float it a little. He tried to fire it in there, and
the 2nd interception of the half.
On the football, man.
That's not Mike Shelton. One of our critics below there, but might have been thinking it. But
I'm not disagreeing a lot.
Yeah.
I think we've had success. And,
Well, now Trinity with a short field. 1st and 10 at the 35. 5:04 in quarter number 3. They're down 21-6. Johnson gives Barry, and boy, he had a head of steam and he got tripped up. He went down about the 28-yard line, and if not, he was off to the races. Yeah.
Touchdown.
Pickup of 7. He is an impressive back.
The thing about a game like this is you just can't let them being Trinity, stick around. You can't put them in positions to score because eventually they're going to score.
Yeah. 2nd and 3, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Pistol for Johnson. Barry behind him. Gives Barry. Barry through the middle. First down. He's still up 20, down to about the 16. That is a strong physical run. That's old school Trinity football.
Yep.
Spot him at the 15, actually. Glenn Williams on the stop for the Bulldogs, but Trinity in the red zone here. We tick down to 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3, 21-6. But a pair of interceptions here in the third quarter put Trinity right back in the thick of this one. Pistol look for Johnson. 2 receivers right. Barry's behind him. Gives Barry. This time Mayle's ready for it. Glenn Williams slings him down. Short gain, a yard, maybe 2. Second down, call it 8 at the 13. 3:27 and the clock running. Trinity trying to cut it to a 1-score game. Barry's behind his quarterback, Zach Johnson. They give it Barry up the middle, and a flag comes in.
Holding.
He's got a first down, except that he doesn't. I think it will indeed be a hold, and that'll pop Trinity back out. They've been prone to that tonight.
They have been.
A couple of untimely holds have taken them out of good situations on running plays. They'll mark this one back.
Is it second?
Yeah. Urbancic able to eventually make the tackle, but the ball is going to be moved back to the 21-yard line. So the hold a little bit downfield. 2nd and 16 as we tick down to 3 minutes in the quarter. Called him Zach Johnson. It's Zane Johnson.
See what happens.
Trinity quarterback is in the pistol. Barry behind him. Blake fake to Barry. Johnson rolls out, sets his feet, gets chased, and throws a one-hopper into the dirt. Nothing doing on that one.
Good coverage. Very good coverage.
Yeah, his initial pocket held well, but the male defenders were stride for stride with the receivers.
Actually, a pretty good fake on behalf of Trinity. They sort of, we were watching the ball, but it would be easy out on the field to flow away and just not realize where it is.
3rd and 16, 21-yard line. Trinity's only scoring so far a pair of field goals. Male trying to keep them in that realm of things. 2 receivers each way.
Big third down.
For Zane Johnson. Johnson sends his back in motion, so empty set. Johnson. Johnson got a man wide open, and he missed it. He just flat missed it. It was wide open. Touchdown was there for the taking. He missed Will McCauley, it looks like, over on that far side.
Defense bends but doesn't break.
I'm sorry, Nation McBroom was the target. Albert Bledsaw.
Actually, he had 2 receivers right, and I think he got confused.
Have your pick, yeah.
Our defensive back, cornerback on to our, I guess, our right side if we're facing like Trinity, he fell, and the wheel was there. I mean, the power line was wide open.
38-yard field goal try for Hilbert. He's hit 2 and missed 1. Snaps there, kicks out of there. It's long enough, and it's good. So Hilbert makes it 21-9, 2:25 to go in quarter number 3 here on Glycod.
Not just blind. Blind to rent, not just blind.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Well, we're talking off air about Male catching a break again. I mean, that play should have been a touchdown. It was open.
Trinity's they're just not clicking like they normally click, and if I were I were on the Trinity sideline, you'd have to be banging your head against the brick wall.
Yeah.
It just because they've had opportunities. Male has given them opportunities to stay in this game. And, we need to get a possession here and, not try to rush things and take some time off the clock.
21-9, 2:25 in quarter three. Hilbert's kick settles in deep. It's going to be returnable for Davidson. Apparently,
he was in the end zone.
Touchback. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought that was the 5-yard line.
It's they've got
the line of the end zone. Yeah, it's set up for soccer, I guess.
I guess that must be what it is. But you're right. It's sort of confusing there.
Yeah.
Same thing down here.
But it is definitely a touchback. It's an accurate call. I wasn't not sure if Davidson realized it either. I think he might have seen that line and thought, well, here I go. But again, the rule in Kentucky, if it lands in any part of the end zone, it's a touchback automatically.
Just has to break the plane of the goal line.
That's it.
And honestly, it's not a bad decision.
No.
Very few are returned.
First down, Bulldogs, their own 20. They're up 21-9, 2:25 to go in quarter three. Williams is under center. Turns around, pitches it out to Burton. Trying to get that edge. Flag. And this one goes to the 22-23. But it's going to be almost certainly a hold on the outside where Burton turned it upfield. Or block in the back.
No, I think it's a hold. For Brannick, you just, whenever a defensive player is trying to pull away from you and you fall with him your way, well, then you're pretty much holding.
Yeah.
So
they're marching it back. Not what you wanted on 1st and 10.
No, you're looking for positive yardage. You're looking for time off the clock. You're looking for, you played a decent game thus far. Why create your own problems? Let them create their problems.
1st and 20 at the 10 now. Clock does run, ticking down near 2 minutes. Williams, he's in the shotgun this time, looks to throw. Williams takes a shot down the field through his man's hands up at the 20, incomplete. Took a look at Verbancic, but not able to snag that one.
It was open. Couldn't tell if it was just too high or couldn't tell.
Will Ford in coverage for the Shamrocks. Second and 20 now, 2:02, still in quarter number 3.
You definitely don't want to turn over and give them a short field again because, I think we're running out of lives on this one. We only got 9 lives. And it's just not – we need to get some space here.
Williams is under center, second and long. Stretch play to Burton off that left side. Can he get the corner? 13, 15, 16 maybe. So he did move it a bit, but it's still going to be a 3rd and long.
About 15 yards it looks like. Little breathing room, but still not where we need to be.
Picked up 5, 3rd and 15 to go, exactly. 1:35. You're in quarter number 3. 21-9, the Male lead. Bulldogs did all their scoring so far in the first half. Trinity 2 field goals in the first half, 1 here in the 3rd quarter. That's where we're at. Williams in the gun in 3rd and long. Everybody's in tight. Williams looks to run, now throws late. He's got him in, caught Verbancic, 40, 45, and down to midfield. And boy, there was the big play they needed.
Good catch. That's what we needed. We need to get a little space, get the ball in somebody's hands in midfield. Good ball. Very good play.
6'4" senior tight end. He doesn't make a ton of catches, but he makes big catches like he did on the 2-point play to win the St. X game.
He does. Actually, nice mobility by Male's QB.
Yeah, looked calm, looked patient.
He stayed back in the pocket and then saw the flow, found the seam, stepped up, and delivered the pass. Nice pass.
First down at the midfield stripe. 36 seconds and the clock runs. Williams under center. Burton behind him. Turn and they pitch to Burton left this time. He gets the corner, 45, 40, 38 or so, and slung out of bounds.
First down. touchdown now.
Move. Yes, sir.
I mean, if we can seal that end, it just gives just enough room and daylight for, it doesn't matter, Antonio, Chase, you name them.
Whoever the athlete is on the edge.
Javion, who else we got out there? I mean, we got a ton of them. So
Rick's on the stop, spotted at the 39, but that one's going to end the quarter. The Bulldogs going to let it run out. 21-9 with 1 quarter to go. Don't you go anywhere. Fourth quarter coming up right here on Glycott.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Getting ready for the fourth quarter to start. They'll get the momentum going back their way, and it's easy when you got Chase Burton out there.
Speed kills. It's just that simple. Speed kills, and if you have it, you can't coach it.
12 minutes to go, 12-point lead. Touchdown here would make it a 3-score lead. Williams under center, 1st and 10, Trinity 39. Gives Burton left side, spins his way, 35, 32, maybe 31.
6 or 7.
We have no stat feed, but if Burton doesn't have 200 yards, then he's got 199.
It is right at 199.9. There's no question. The kid is a player.
He has 2 touchdowns that covered 80 and 34, so that gets you over halfway there. Frost on the tackle for Trinity. That one a gain of 7 to the 32.
If you look at Mayo's football team historically, they've always been able to run that inside run really, really, really well. And I think
athletic tackles and physical receivers making good blocks on the perimeter.
I just think that, that they're coming back to Mayo football. They're finally finding some room.
2nd and 3, Williams. Kind of a stumbling, hesitating pass downfield. It's incomplete down at the 20-yard line. Took a nice shot off play action, but couldn't quite squeeze that one into Carlos Wheeler.
Just needed to stretch it out just a little more towards the sideline and give him a chance.
I thought the defender might have arrived a step early too, but no call.
I'm not surprised, but I'm in agreement with you there. I thought that there was a little contact before the ball got there.
This would be 4-down territory, 3rd and 3 at the 32, 11:07 to play.
Just get your first down here. Don't even try to. It's just simple.
Williams under center, Burton behind him. Harris out wide right. Williams has got it, and then he lost it. It's on the ground, and Trinity grabs it, 35-yard line. Hit the ground and picked up by Trinity's defender, Sonny Bratcher-Gray. Had an interception earlier and recovers a fumble.
I almost said you'd think they'd go to the Wildcat at that point because they had 3rd and short, 2 downs. Looked like a center got pushed back into him. It looked like literally he had the ball in his hand, hit his hand, and dropped out.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I think the center got shoved back.
The last exchange was not super clean either. I remember noting on that downfield pass, it was kind of awkward, him getting it play faking, but that time it cost him. 1st down Trinity, their own 34, 11:04 to play. It's 21-9 Mayo. Like him on defense.
He's a very athletic kid. He played middle school ball where I coached, and I overlapped 1 year with him, but even when he was in 6th grade, very athletic.
2nd down, call it 8, 36-yard line, 10.5 minutes. Mail up 12. Play fake for Johnson, taking a deep shot. Got a man out there, one-on-one, incomplete. Well covered that time. Nice play, Steron Davidson.
Got to stay step for step, and that's what he did. And then obviously he made a break for the ball. Honestly, it could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
If he didn't break the pass up, it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
So that was a great defensive play. And
you gotta have a lot of confidence out there at corner. I mean,
you know, see the ball, be the ball. So he saw the fly of the ball, and I guess he felt he could run under and smack it away, and he did. He did. Thank goodness.
3rd and 8 at the 36. 10:26 in the game. Trips left for Trinity. Zane Johnson looking left. Late pressure, throws over the middle. In the air, incomplete. Knocked up and could have been intercepted. Just about able to get there, but not quite. The male defensive back, Antonio Harris, it was. But still, Bulldogs going to get off the field, apparently, on 4th and 8.
You got to wonder if they're not going to try to fake it here. I mean, it's 4th and 8, so it's not really a good fake down in distance, but still, you know, they're running out of clock.
On your own side of the field.
Yeah, they're 2 possession.
I don't know. On the other hand, they've gotten 3 turnovers from the Bulldogs here in the second half. So
I agree with you.
We'll see. Hilbert to punt it. Hilbert's got the snap, gets it out of there. The high kick,
shanked it,
but it's going to go into the sideline. Wolf says, "Keep going, keep going." They go mark it at the 40.
Yep.
The Bulldogs will take over their own 40-yard line. 10-14 in the ball game. Boy, the defense just every time Trinity gets a shot, they've closed it down.
Yeah, they've stepped up. You know, you almost got to wonder if they don't do, they being Male's offense. You know, it seems like they're having better luck when they can get the slant on the sideline-to-sideline play on the wide side of the field. So almost like a student body right or left.
Yeah.
As in the O.J. Simpson, Marcus Allen, that kind of, you know, because we got the horses. You just got to get them a seam wide, and they can pick up 5 or 6 yards without much trouble. Hang on to the ball.
That's going to get Antonio Harris at quarterback here.
Yeah, this is a good move.
And the shotgun, everybody's pinched in tight. Burton, the running back. Harris.
Good move.
Gives Burton, working the left side, 40, 43, maybe 44. We'll see. They'll spot him at the 44, pick up a 4, and stays in bounds.
Nothing wrong with that. Now let's see, the difference with Wildcat with Antonio is now they have to watch both of them. So with that said, that's a good call because, I mean, they can fake the give. Antonio goes backside.
Exactly.
And he's going to pick up
That's
3 or
what
4.
you set up, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and so I think that this is a good move. Not that, don't get me wrong, not that Mills quarterback did a bad job. I just think it's time to show him a different look. And, you know, because we need to play ball control offense.
Allen Evans on the tackle, but 2nd and 6. Bulldogs here on 44. Harris gives Burton right side.
There he is.
45, 47, maybe 48.
He's about a yard short, maybe 2 yards short.
Call it 2, yeah. Got 4, 2 to go. 9:18 in the clock running.
Bad spot.
Yeah, boy, bad spot. Back inside the 47, really. So they get 3rd and a full 3, and maybe a smidge more, honestly. But in any case,
I think you just, you know, again, stay with the Wildcat, make plays.
8:55 and the clock runs. Bulldogs up 21-9. Trying to grind out first downs as much as anything. Harris in the pistol. Burton behind him. Harris. Play fake. Harris rolls out left, flips a pass out there. It's caught by Verbancic. He's not going to get the yardage. He gained about a yard. He needed about 2 more.
Yep.
I always forget Harris is a lefty. He just flipped it out there. Verbancic caught it, but couldn't shake free. 4th and 2, and likely a punt.
Not a bad
The way
decision.
your defense is playing, hard to argue.
Not a bad decision. Punt them back, get them back, make them play.
Henson will punt it from his own 48. We're going to tick below 8 minutes on this play. 21-9. It is 4th and 2.
I don't think he'll fake it.
No, unless you see something that you just love the look of. Burton is the protector. It is worth noting. Burton. They snap it through, and they do. Henson's punt is a low line drive. It's going to be caught from about the 19. Trying to get outside the return man. He's got some room. 30, 35, up to about the 38. He got hit pretty good there, but a nice return for Mason Shearer.
Nice return.
Christian White on the tackle. 7:34 remains on the clock. Trinity takes over on their own 38.
Definitely need a defensive stand or just no score and a lot of time off the clock. Doesn't matter to me, either one. 3 and out's great, but if they have it for 20 plays and kick another field goal, great. That's fine.
Yeah, the thing about it is 3 points at this point in the game really wouldn't do Trinity any good. They're still down 2 scores.
Make it a one-possession game, but
no, that would be still 9, 21-12 there.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Johnson to throw, screen left. It's caught, 40, 45, and then breaking into midfield, 48-yard line. A nice little play there for Jason Hagan on the backside.
A little bubble screen, came back to the wide side of the field. Good call. Very good call.
Davidson on the tackle for the Bulldogs, but it's a first down, 7:20, and the clock rolling. Two receivers each way. At their 48, Johnson play fake, throws short, and it's dropped.
How many of those have happened? I mean, which you never see those in Trinity games.
No.
You just don't see that. I mean, their timing is typically so impeccable that, to see that is just surprising.
Hagan just made a really nice play on the screen, and that ball a little bit high, a little bit out of range, and just whether it's on him or on Johnson, they're unable to hook it up. 2nd and 10. 7:07 on the clock.
Just don't give away the big play.
Two receivers each way. Now one goes across formation. They run Barry in front of the cross, and he's able to grind down to the 40 and still up, 39. Maybe the 38 even. Strong run, Jamarian Barry.
First down.
Showed his credentials right there. It is a first down, yeah. Colin Jefferson hanging on for dear life at the end of that one. Trinity not really in a big hurry. Hey, they're kind of just running their stuff, taking their time. 6:40 to go. Clock rolls.
Seems like they got plenty of time. I mean, they got to get 2 scores, but
two receivers each way. One heads across. Late handoff up the middle. 35, 34, maybe even the 33 for Chris Wilson on the carry. Solid physical run. Whistle blows, and we're going to have a timeout. We will step aside for that break. Mayo leads 21-9, 6:21 to play here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
21-9. So one of our early keys was turnovers. That's really gone against Mayo hard here in the second half, and they've managed to avoid so far being bit by that.
Yeah, I know. You can't. I mean, we're in the negative side of turnovers now, so the only thing we have done, which is still yet to be determined, is big plays. We have not allowed a big play for a touchdown.
2nd and 5 at the 33. Johnson to throw downfield, incomplete. Pretty good coverage there by the Bulldogs.
Very good coverage.
Albert Bledsaw, the man over there, able to hem the receiver in, make it an incompletion. Oh, absolutely.
They're gonna go after.
As I said, no point in a field goal here because you're still down 9 with probably under 6 minutes. It's at 6:16 right here. 3rd and 5 at the 33. They roll Johnson left, catch, first down, 25, 20, 15. Just a little quick throw, but the coverage man missed the tackle, and Jason Hagan set off down the sideline. Easy first down.
Yep, missed tackle. It's those little mistakes like that against a good team like Trinity they'll come back to bite you.
Spotted down at the 14-yard line. Bloodsaw eventually able to make the tackle, but first down anyway. 21-9, but Trinity in the red zone. Johnson's got Berry beside him in the shotgun. 2 wideouts each way. Claps his hands, rolls right with the ball, looks to throw, fires, incomplete. Brandon Richardson jumped that one and just about able to haul it in. Frankly, Johnson's probably lucky he made a bad pass high.
Oh, no doubt.
Because otherwise, Richardson had it.
And that was 6.
Yeah.
There was nobody. That was 6.
Instead, 2nd and 10. Clock stops 6:06 to go in the ball game. Two receivers each direction. Pistol look. St. Johnson, Jamarian Berry, talented sophomore back, is behind him. Johnson to throw. Looks right. Sets his feet. Fires into the end zone. He's got a man out there, but he had about 2 defenders, and it's incomplete. I think he kind of just sailed it over everybody.
I think he was out of bounds if he caught it.
Yeah. So big 3rd down upcoming here. I think we got a male player down in the end zone. One of those defensive backs, slow to get up. Now we'll take a quick break here. 21-9, 6 minutes to play here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
And we're back. Looks like hopefully just a cramp on the male players down in the end zone. Antonio Harris is over there helping him up. But like one of the defensive backs, they were stretching his leg out. And it's Steron Davidson. He's kind of jogging gingerly off. It bears every hallmark of a leg cramp, Mike Shelton.
It is. Just, it's a little warm, a little humid. So, keeping fluids in the body at this temperature is pretty tough.
It's hard up here. I'm sure it's hard down
goodness. There. We've lost 20 pounds collectively. So
my wife will be happy to see me.
No doubt. No doubt.
3rd down, 10 to go, 14-yard line. Here we go again. It's all ended with 4 field goal tries so far.
It's 2-down territory.
For the Shamrocks, yeah.
They've got to get a first down or a touchdown. I mean, Trinity has no choice. They're at the point of no return.
2 receivers each way, shotgun formation. Johnson and Berry. Oh, wait, Johnson drops. Johnson sets. Johnson's got time. He's still got time. He's flushed out left. He throws late into the end zone and incomplete. Really just wasn't anything there.
Good coverage. Good coverage and actually good pursuit.
So here you go, 4th and 10.
I don't think it's the ball game if they stop him, but it definitely,
it'd be a big stop.
It'd be a big stop, and Mail's got to get the ball out of there. But it's definitely it's not a turning point, but it's definitely something to pay attention to.
5:52 to play, 4th and 10. Bulldogs up 21-9. Trinity going here. Trips right. That's the open side of the field.
There's a drag across the middle. That seems to be, their go-to.
From the 14. Johnson drops. Johnson sets. Johnson fires right. He's got a man out there. Coverage out there, and it's incomplete. And the Mayo defense does what it's done all night long. When they have to make a play, they make a play.
They make a play, and I couldn't tell if it was thrown behind him or if we actually made a play. It was sort of
kind of a 50-50 ball down there.
The receiver was open for a short time there, but nice play.
Beckett Kennedy, one of the DBs down in that area. And
we can go back with our Wildcat. Oh, we're going.
Male secondary stays strong. Turned it over at the 14 on downs. Bulldogs 5:46 to go. Trinity's got 2 timeouts, but they're down 12. Williams under center. Burton the setback. He's had an amazing game. See if he's got another one in him. They pitch it his way. Burton sweeps left. Can he get the corner? He cannot. Taken down, about a short gain there. Well played by the Trinity defense.
Tried to string it out, get him a seam, and Trinity's defensive end just made a great play.
Stayed in bounds. I think he did gain a yard or so, but looks like they say no. Yeah. In fact, I think they put him a yard back, if anything. 2nd and 11 at the 13. 5:15 and the clock runs. Williams under center, Burton behind him. That bunched in formation that they've run almost everything from tonight.
Sure would like 2 or 3 first downs.
Urbancic crosses formation left to right. Pitch right. Burton just goes straight ahead and able to pick his way back to the line a yard or so. Not much there. Kind of an open secret what you're going to be running right now.
Well, like I say, a first down would do a world of good here.
DeBellis on the tackle for Trinity. 3rd and long now. 3rd and 10. Ball's at the 14. 4:20. And the clock rolls. Clock is Mail's friend. They've got a 21-9 edge. 3rd and 10. Shotgun formation. Williams with Burton beside him. Trips right. That's the open side. Williams looked like he was going to throw, but whistles blow as the ball snapped back. May have been delay of game. False start. 5 yards against the Bulldogs. 4 minutes exactly on the clock.
Third and long. It's not what the doctor ordered.
It is not. Trips right again. Harris is the setback to the left. The receiver to the left, rather. Williams to throw. Looked Harris's way. Rolls out, throws. It's caught, but Mims is shoved down. It's actually going to go for a short loss. But it is complete. I'm going to say the clock runs, but I think Trinity is going to use their second timeout here.
Correct.
That is the scenario. 3:40 to go, 21-9 Mail. We'll be back here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Snap it out of the end zone.
4th down and long. Bulldogs backed up to their own 11. 3:40 to play. Trinity figures to be bringing some serious pressure against Henson. There's a flinch up front. I think they got 5 yards back.
I think they did.
Still 4th and long, but not quite as long. Hey, every 5 yards counts. We'll march it up to the 16.
We are regaining on that penalty margin. So
4th down, still about 8. Still very much a punting situation. Henson is the man back to do it. 10 Trinity players up close. Henson awaits. Low snap. He scoops it up. He's going to have to run with it. He does run. 10, 15, and that's about it. Late flag.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
2 late flags.
You're right. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
He's well shy of the first down. Whatever the penalty is, I'm not sure it's going
to the distance to the goal line.
Help this, yeah. Snap was low. I think, frankly, he had time to punt it once he scooped it up, but I don't think he realized he had time to punt it.
What was the call? I just
Personal foul on Mayo. It's declined. Play is going to stand. And once again, the Bulldog defense is put in a tough situation. 3:32 to go.
Give them 4 downs as long as they don't score.
It's 21-9. Well, Trinity had awful field position in the first half. They'd had an outstanding field position in the second half, but they only have 3 points to show for it.
Their red zone offense has struggled. I think they're over. I know they're over.
I mean, kick field goals out of it, but no touchdowns. Zane Johnson in the pistol, Barry behind him. Whistles blow, got a flag in from the back.
On the field.
He's counting.
12 men on the field on Mayo.
You are correct. The back judge, it's one of the few things that can mean. Well, 1st and 5 at the 10 now.
With no time off the clock.
Yep. 3:32 to go. Johnson. He's got it, gives Barry down inside the 10, down inside the 5, down to about the 4, maybe even the 3. Call it the 4. 1st down and goal. They've turned them back all night. Boy, they got their work cut out right here.
There's only so many times you can go to the well. And, I think it's not the end of the world, but our offense has got to show up second half. It's just that simple.
3:12 and the clock runs. 1st and goal at the 4. Johnson gives Barry off the right side. Does he break the plane? Yes, he does. Touchdown. Jamarian Barry, 4-yard run.
Onside kick coming up.
I guess you go for 1. I don't see any strategic advantage to going for 2.
No, because they still put you down 4. So
21-15 now. The 3:05 to go. Gilbert to kick the extra point. Snap. Spot. Kicks out of there clean, and it is good. 21-16. The Mayo lead. 3:05 to play. Don't go anywhere. We're here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
Okay, 3:05 to go. Lead down to 5. You say Trinity onside kicks here. They've only got 1 timeout, so I suppose that probably is the percentage play rather than kick it deep and play defense. If you had 2, or certainly with 3, I think you might just kick it deep. But under the circumstances, I'm with you, Mike Shelton. I think we're seeing onside here.
That or a pooch kick, and you try to run under it because we're awful shallow second line here.
That is true.
So
everybody's uptight except the deep man.
Yeah, and it's just, where's your speed? Speed's Trinity's sideline. That's typically what they'll do.
Gilbert to kick it. Pure pooch. It goes out of bounds. Now, that's the thing about the pooch. Now we got 2 players locked up, and that's where your Coach Wolf, you got to say, just be smarter. Be smarter.
Well,
look at the board. Look at the time. Don't mouth off. Don't do anything to hurt us for 3:05.
Definitely wasn't a headsy play. Why don't you throw a flag, ref? I mean, goodness gracious.
The entire Trinity team is coming over here. I don't know what the need for that is. And it finally appears a few of our impartial arbiters have deemed sufficient to send them gently back toward their side.
As we say in the business world, cooler heads have prevailed.
So the kick's out of bounds. So you take it, you mark it off from the spot it goes out, I believe.
3 minutes.
The penalty.
Best field position we've had in quite a while.
In all seriousness, I think that's been part of the deal here. Mayo got some excellent field position in the first half. And Trinity was backed up to the 20 or even behind almost every time. And it's been very different this time. So we'll see. They're going to mark it at the 45 where the kick went out of bounds. First down for the Bulldogs on their own 45. One timeout left for Trinity. Males in the first down business right here.
That's all they need is first downs.
Harris, the quarterback. Harris gives Burton left side, picks his way back to the line of scrimmage, and not an iota more. Trinity is just charging in there because, frankly, they know they can. DeBellis on the tackle. 2nd and 10. 2:45 and the clock runs. 21-16. Clock is the Bulldogs' best friend. Chris Wolf's kind of running it down. I think he may call a timeout here. Just drain as much clock as he can and then make sure he's got what he wants from his offense. They're certainly not in any big hurry here. 2:26, clock still running. Now they come to the line. I don't know. Yeah, I think Wolf's got the official right there, and he calls timeout just as it runs down. 2:17 with a timeout. We'll keep it here.
You know,
I think a first down would do it, Mike. I think that's all you need.
I think a first down is definitely in order. One thing about the stadium I can't figure out, I can't find a play clock.
No, I don't see it either.
It's beautiful. It's a wonderful stadium.
I don't know why there isn't one visible. Yeah.
Either A, it's behind people that are standing along the rails.
I don't think it's there. I think it's just not there.
I could have sworn years past I've seen one, but I don't know where it is. I hate to say that.
No, I've been looking for it too, and you don't see it. I don't think it's there.
Anyway, but no, first down is absolutely necessary. More than anything, holding on to the ball.
Yeah.
You know, even if you go 4 downs, they're probably going to be inside a minute. You know, because you got, 2:16?
Yeah.
So you got your second down, you got 3 downs, there's 30 seconds-ish. So that's 1:30.
Yeah.
So you're in the 45-second range, 50-second range.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, first down definitely seals it, but more importantly, run the clock down. And maybe even take it to delay a game. Punt it on 4th.
Sure.
You know, and
the punting has certainly not been a sure thing tonight.
No, it has not. It's more about the snap than the punt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He hasn't gotten it clean. Harris, the quarterback, 2nd and 10, his own 45. First down would just about put it to bed. Harris bootlegs. He's in trouble. Now he reverses across the 40, 45, 47, but he goes out of bounds. And that does not make Chris Wolf happy.
No.
2:09 on the clock, and he went out of bounds.
It's not what you want to do. You want to stay in bounds.
I'd say he cared less for the 2 yards, than for the time.
Take the loss. It's just not smart football. That's
and now Trinity can call their timeout on 3rd here. So, yeah, 3rd and 8. You really almost just have to play for the sticks and put the clock to bed here and just say, if we've got something we can run for 8, let's run it. He may run it down again. I don't know. They're not on the field. The linemen are. Skill players, yeah. Coach Wolf's going to just run it down. Play clock-wise, not game clock-wise, because it's stuck at 2:09, and there's the timeout. We'll stay here. 1 left each way now. I don't know what you got here.
Well, you know, we're running to the short side of the field. We tried to go right wide side, and Trinity defended it well.
They did.
There was just no other way to put it. They defended that well. You know, Antonio reversed, found a seam. The only mistake made is he went out of bounds.
Yeah.
Even if he'd taken a loss, he'd been fine.
Yeah.
And
no, good play otherwise. Absolutely.
You know, it's just, you know, because now you're probably, if he was in bounds, you're at the 140, 130 mark.
Yeah.
And you got 2 downs, and they have to call their timeout.
Right.
So, you know, if anything, you put pressure even if they get the ball back. So, anyway, but that's high school football. That's what happens.
Trinity, a team that makes you execute, and that wasn't a problem for much of this game, but increasingly sloppy down the stretch here for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can pick up 8 yards and put this thing pretty much to bed. Williams, the quarterback, Burton, the setback. Everybody's in tight. Would you throw here? It's a tough ask, isn't it?
2 out of 3 possibilities aren't good. So, because you stop the clock on an incompletion.
Williams, end around to Harris. He can't get free. He goes down, but he goes down in bounds.
Nothing wrong with that.
Make them use the timeout or don't. No, they'll call it. There it is. Final timeout for the Shamrocks right at 2 minutes. We'll take the break. Can Mayo hang on for 2 more minutes? Find out here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
4th down upcoming. This is a danger zone here for the Bulldogs. They've led since the last play of the first quarter, but it's in peril now. 4th down from their own 40. They are punting. 2 minutes. Henson, the punter, low snap, scoops it up, and he gets it out of there. Fair catch called for, and it goes over the return man and takes a Bulldog bounce inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 3. He touched it. He touched the football. Oh, my goodness.
No.
Wow. We had a Trinity player who went in and touched a rolling football, and the back judge is coming in. They may change this.
And our Mail got it out of his hand.
They're going to stick with it. They're going to say that ball was dead. It was not dead.
It was not dead.
Wow. Well, the one good thing about it, you got a great punt. It's down at the 4-yard line, minute 45.
Such a bad call. That is such a bad call.
I mean, it was about dead, but it was not dead. No, sir.
It's not dead until the Mail touches it.
Yeah, or it just stops rolling, and it had not stopped rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What a mess. What a mess. $1:45 to go.
Yep. Well, Trinity back at their own 3. They're out of timeouts, minute 45. Mail's got to stop them one more time. Shamrock's got to go 97 yards. Zane Johnson, the quarterback. 2 receivers each way. Not a lot of protection. Drops to throw. Sets. Pulls it down and runs. No, he doesn't. He throws at the last second. It's caught up to about the 15-yard line. Boy, if he didn't break the line of scrimmage, he was awfully close.
Seemed to be really close. I mean, that's what I was thinking.
And there it is. They threw a flag.
There it is.
It was discussed. He did break the line of scrimmage.
Well, I mean, they were on the 3.
And he was out at about the 4, maybe the 5 even, when that ball sailed out. So that's what's going to be called here. That's an illegal forward pass because he was across the line of scrimmage. No, it's not.
What?
Okay, that's picked up too.
How is it not?
I would stake $1 that Johnson broke the line of scrimmage on that pass, and we had a flag thrown. And after a lengthy conference, it's picked up. 1st down, Trinity out to the 17. I'd like to see a replay of that one on the nice video board here, but I don't think we will. Jeff Cooper says past the line. 17-yard line, 1st down. Johnson rolls, pressure from the backside. He escapes it, 20, 25. Goes down at about the 29-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Minute 29 on the clock. They move the chains, start the clock. It is rolling. 1st down, 29-yard line. Johnson, 2 receivers each way. Throws right. Caught up to the 35 and out of bounds, maybe the 36 even.
Textbook 2-minute offense.
1:18 on the clock. 2nd down and about 3. 36-yard line. 2 receivers each direction. Johnson claps his hands, rolls left, into pressure. Gets away from it, sets and throws. Almost intercepted and then almost caught. It's incomplete. It went through the hands of 2 players. Davidson for Mail and then Scherer for Trinity. Each had a shot at it and nobody caught it. 3rd down. Minute 11.
4-down territory.
Two receivers each way again for Johnson. 64 yards away. Hale wants to stand. Third down. Johnson to throw. He flushes out left. Takes a deep shot. He's got a man out there. He's open. It's caught. 20-yard line. Spinning down to the 15. First down.
What you can't do. You can't give them.
Jason Hagan makes the big play. First down. Minute 1 on the clock.
You just can't let them hang around.
Chain gang, and there's the clock. First down at the 15. Johnson rolls right. Pressure from the backside. He escapes it. Looks to throw. Throws into the end zone. Batted away. Incomplete.
Good defense.
Took a look at Hagan. Couldn't get him on that one. Second down. 49 seconds. Trinity taking their time getting their play call in here with 49 seconds. Wilson in it. Slot receiver. I was going to say running back, but it's an empty set. Trips right. Johnson 2nd and 10 from his 15. He's down 5. Drops to throw. Pressure in his face. Rolls right. Sets. Waits. Throws late and incomplete. He threw that at the very last second down near the corner. Nobody able to get there. Third down. 42 seconds on the clock.
The defensive backfield has to be tired. They just have to be.
Johnson awaiting a play. He's got Wilson with him in the backfield. Now Wilson checks out. Barry back in. Going to be trips right this time for Trinity. 3rd and 10 at the 15. Johnson awaits. Johnson's got it. He's got time. Throws over the middle. Nobody there. It's incomplete, and there's a flag.
What?
And I have no idea what it's for. Literally. You had two players who ran into each other. The defender has just as much right to green grass as the offensive player. It was also chucked well over everyone.
Wasn't even a catchable ball.
Not by a man with a rocket.
There was nobody in the area. And the kid,
no, it sailed 10 yards over everybody.
And the Trinity player literally was going the opposite direction of the pass.
Wonder if this flag will be picked up, Mike Shelton.
No, not a chance.
I don't know. Let's see.
It had to be a catchable ball.
Apparently a holding penalty, which makes the catchability of the pass irrelevant.
First down.
It is. Well, no, it's not automatic, I don't think. Yeah, it's 3rd and 2 now. 7-yard line, 38 seconds. So not a first down. That may matter. Two receivers right. Tight end that way also. Johnson hands Barry up the middle. I think he's got it, but it's close. He does. First down, 4-yard line. 34 seconds. Clock will stop to move the chains. See if they clock it. They got all kinds of time now. Clock is running. Johnson's got Barry beside him. 1st and goal at the 4. 28 seconds. Johnson drops. Sets. Flushed out. Throws into the end zone. Incomplete, but a flag comes in.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
20 seconds in the game.
Kidding me. Oh, my goodness gracious. Holy moly.
May I assume that's pass interference?
How in the world? You can't beat the stripes. Holy moly.
Holding again, the penalty call. 1st and goal at the 2. 20 seconds.
You're going to hand it off.
Well, I guess Mayles decided you might as well use your one timeout where you can. 20 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here. You almost feel like a tackle for loss is your only hope. You know, if you can get in there and bring them down, they're out of timeouts. You may catch them shy on time to get everybody set again.
They got 2 plays. I mean, you almost have to hope for a mistake on Trinity's part. And, Male just, makes a play. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah, I mean, under normal circumstances, you run Barry, but these are not normal circumstances. He goes down shy of the goal line. I don't know if you get another play in.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you call 2 on the sideline now.
Yeah, I think I probably would.
But it's.
I mean, you could bootleg the quarterback and say if it's there, take off, and if it's not, chuck it, and we'll run another play.
I think it still stems back to that.
Here we go. First and goal at the 2, 20 seconds. Male needs a miracle. Or a stop. Johnson, QB draw. It's not there initially. Second effort, it is there. It's a touchdown. Zane Johnson crashes in from 2 yards out with 14 seconds on the clock. And Trinity takes the lead. Flags are in, but they're going to be post-play. It'll be on the kickoff.
It better be on them.
Yeah, they'll apply that on the kickoff. It might be the best shot now.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, there's always.
Trinity will go for 2. They're ahead by a point. That's a percentage move. Trips right for Johnson. Officials step in. I assume that they fear that the Shamrocks might need some assistance. They've been ably provided plenty. Trips right. It's a short side for Johnson, who takes the snap, sets his feet, throws right. It's caught. It's going to go for 2. I guess the fact that there was a pick play there in the front of it really doesn't seem to account much to anyone.
No, not at this point.
Didn't see the receiver who caught it. Nice throw by Johnson.
Nice throw.
So 14 seconds, no timeouts. You do get 15 yards on the kickoff. Unless somehow that gets changed.
Anything is possible at this point.
So we had the fumble that wasn't a fumble. We had the illegal forward pass that was flagged and subsequently determined not to be an illegal forward pass. And then some pretty shaky defensive pass interference holding penalties that extended the drive. Trinity cashed it in. They're up 3 with 14 seconds. Bulldogs have got Antonio Harris back there, along with Davidson and Mims. Now Davidson comes out. It's Harris and Mims. So what are we doing here? We're just going to give Trinity a 4th timeout because they're out of them. Why are they on the sidelines? Nobody has any timeouts at this point. I don't know what this is about. Literally.
Must be a TV timeout. It's the only thing I can figure out.
I don't know.
Hales won the last 4 in a row in this series, but it's going to take a minor miracle now. There's a man down, way down about the 5-yard line. That's what we're waiting on. Appears to be one of the Bulldogs who's cramped up there. It is Brandon Richardson. He limps his way toward the sideline. Well, he's set to kick it from the 40, which is the same position as all other kickoffs. So I don't know what happened to the personal foul.
It's probably been erased.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, now.
Oh,
why didn't you just set it at the 25? That's the least of it tonight. That is truly the least of it. Started at the 25.
Seems to be the same referee, though.
Okay, it will be kicked from the 25. 14 seconds. Harrison Mims back deep. Harris on the right side, Mims on the left. You know Hilbert's looking that over. He kicks it low and in the direction of Harris, who's going to come up and get it at the 21. Here he comes off to the left, trying to get outside. 25, it's not there. He reverses, stays up, but it goes down at the 26. And that eats the clock down to 6 seconds. Maybe 2 plays if you're quick. (24-21) Trinity. Offense broke through in the fourth quarter. Unless Mayles got a miracle in the next 6 seconds. 26-yard line. Williams, the quarterback, trips left. Rolls left, sets. He's under a rush. He's going to be sacked, and that's going to end the ball game. That will be the final play, and that'll do it. The Trinity Shamrocks trailed 21-6 at halftime, but they rally in the second half. Post a 24-21 victory over the Male Bulldogs. Stay tuned for post-game recap here on Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or nationalguard.com.
It's a game that I think is going to be talked about for a long time. Trinity able to come back, post a 24-21 win. Trinity, I think, is going to tell this as a glowing story of a comeback, and Male is going to tell this as a not-so-glowing story of when every single officiating choice seemed to go against the Bulldogs. And, you know, I'm not up here to pick on people, but at the same time, I owe our audience due diligence of honesty. When a ball is a fumble and is not called a fumble, I'm going to tell you about it. When a quarterback's past the line of scrimmage and they throw a flag and they pick the flag up, I'm going to tell you about it. And we saw both of those things in quick succession. Now, pass interference and holding, those are judgment calls. Those are the hard calls. Those are balls and strikes in baseball. Every single one you can take apart and look at and argue, yeah, it was, no, it wasn't. I understand that. But those two are not disputable calls. They were just flat wrong.
I couldn't have said it better. And I don't think I need to add to it because it probably wouldn't be as eloquent. But, you know, the reality is Mayo let them play themselves back into the game.
They did.
And honestly, it had nothing to do with Trinity's performance. It had to do everything with Mayo's mistakes.
Yep.
3 turnovers, that was the difference. Short fields, that was the difference.
Yeah.
Honestly, defensive backfield for Mayo played extremely well, except for that one long play.
Yeah.
After he threw the ball across the line of scrimmage for the first down.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's a number of things that we can point at, but the reality is Mayo let them play themselves back into the game.
Yeah.
And frankly, they didn't play themselves back into the game very well. But Mayo just kept giving them chances to play themselves.
That's true.
And it's a shame because Mayo played so well in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Tale of two halves.
And the third quarter, just like in the St. X game, we came out. There was that disturbance, whatever that may have been.
That's another story about this one that we'll never know.
For all we know, it was staged. I mean, honestly, at this point of the game, who knows?
Who has a clue?
But, you know, it seemed like we came out strong, but obviously not strong enough. And, I mean, I think that, frankly, I think that there's a lot of people on the male side that, you know, have a little distaste in their mouth right now.
Yeah. Well, but the thing about it, too, it's a long season. This is a regular season game. I think you take this, you file it away, you learn from tonight, you learn some things offensively about the things you got to clean up, that you got to execute better. Defensively, it was one big play, but the penalties, I can't dwell on their legitimacy, but they were called whether they were good calls or not, and there are some things there you can clean up technique-wise, you can improve on. At the same time, you had a half where you turned the ball over 3 times and short-snapped a punt. You had seeming million flags, all of which went against you, and you still almost came in here and won this game. There's definitely things to build on as much as there are things to correct.
Well, tell it 2 halves. I mean, Mayo flat out dominated the first half.
You did.
There was no equal.
Yeah.
And Trinity knew that, and actually they came out flat third quarter.
Yeah. Despite 3 turnovers, they only got 3 points out of it.
And the reality is, as good as we played quarter 1, 2, quarter 3, 4, we played completely opposite, and frankly gave them opportunity. I mean, we couldn't have gift wrapped it any better.
No, I'm with you. Well, we're going to come back, recap the second half, and tell you tonight's most outstanding players. Trinity, a 24-21 victory over Mayo here on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
24-21 the final tonight. Trinity with the win. It was 21-6 at halftime. Second half entirely for the Shamrocks. Despite a trio of third-quarter turnovers, the only points in the third quarter, a 38-yard field goal by Hilbert. He hit 3 of them tonight. That made it 21-9, 2:25 to go in the third. But Trinity got the points late when they needed them. Barry with a 4-yard touchdown run with 3:05 to go in the ballgame. That made it 21-16. They went for one there, got it, 21-16. And then after a male possession that ended in a punt that looked really good and looked even better when a Trinity player came over and dove on the ball and popped it out, and Mayo grabbed it, and it was down. Then Trinity took it 97 yards. I don't have final penalty numbers, but I believe there were probably 5 or 6 in that possession. There also was one that was thrown when on second down from their own 3, Trinity gained about a dozen yards with a pass that was beyond the line of scrimmage, and it was flagged. But the officials gathered together, discussed it, and picked up the flag. First down, Shamrocks, and to their credit, they took it from there, 2-yard touchdown run. Zach Johnson for the win. They went for 2 and got it, 24-21, and that was the final. Just one of those games. You got to go through some of these, not that anybody enjoys it. That was a look at tonight's final scoring numbers. That's from our friends at German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. I'm going to reserve you of the responsibility to talk any further during this break, Mike Shelton. I know our mutual blood pressures are pretty high. We'll be back to talk about tonight's most outstanding players and tell you about next week here on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt, but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday from Glycod.
We're back here at Trinity where the Shamrocks a 24-21 win over the Male Bulldogs. And it's time for tonight's Most Outstanding Players, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Mike Shelton. It's always fun to read that with you next to me, brother.
I'm telling you.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Mike Shelton was a good neighbor tonight. He and I certainly had no real difficulty picking the Male Bulldog Most Outstanding Player. This guy gave us a season highlight and had another touchdown run. Again, I'd love to see some final numbers. I bet he's right around 200 yards.
I would think so.
But Chase Burton was outstanding running the football. Yeah. He's got to be the man for the Bulldogs.
No question. He's a difference maker. He is a difference maker. And, honestly, it appeared that Trinity shadowed Antonio Harris a little more than they did him, and he took the ball and ran with it. No pun intended. He found ways to make plays, and he found ways to keep his team in the game, and he's just a hard-nosed runner.
2 touchdowns, and then the Trinity broadcasters passed by me as we were talking about this, and one of them mouthed 220. So that was his assessment of the rushing total. Heck of a game for Chase Burton. Sad to see it end with his team on the short end of it. For Trinity, just a multitude of guys doing small things, but had to pick out their defense, which really did their part to turn the game in the second half. John Wilson, just a guy, must have had 10 tackles tonight. He had an interception, just made a lot of big plays, but there are a ton of Shamrock players, who were just coming up aces. 21-6 at halftime, and Male, through shooting themselves in the foot or through misadventure, just really never got it going offensively after halftime.
Didn't, and we mentioned it earlier, but you in football very rarely do you get 9 lives. We got 8.
Yeah.
And the 9th one is when they capitalized and scored, and maybe assist or 2 from the ref, but still, you can't. If you take care of the other 8, you don't have to worry about the 9th.
That's true.
And
a lot of turnovers tonight, a lot of sloppy flags, a lot of things you just got to clean up. The punt game has got to be fixed, But again, it's early. It's still September. These are things you can work on. These are things you will work on. Trinity would tell you last year they certainly weren't a 6A power at this point in the season. They'd just broken in a new quarterback in this game and lost pretty convincingly to the Male Bulldogs, but they ended up where they wanted to be, and that is the lesson here, I suppose.
It is.
Well, a lot of other good action as far as games Coming up in the near future here on Glycod next week, Columbus East and Floyd Central, one we're going to bring you. Like to hit that Indiana action a little bit. Anderson County and South Oldham. The Oldham school is very competitive this year. Ballard takes on Tate's Creek. That's an interesting Louisville-Lexington rivalry, getting more and more of those games now. And then I will be down at Pleasure Ridge Park. These male Bulldogs are going to look to bounce back playing the Panthers at PRP. I'll be there for that. And Steve Bird tells me we have an additional game to be announced. So that's the mystery game. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be there, or if so, I don't know about it yet. But,
Interesting.
Encourage you to keep up with us, glycod.com, or on Twitter/X at Glycod, GLICOD. You can find out what that mystery game is. Get Steve's notes column. That's always a must-read. And just keep up with all of our coverage of Lexington, Louisville, Southern Indiana, wherever there's a football. Glycod's going to be there. That should be our informal slogan. So, looking forward to that, but want to first thank my team tonight. Mike Shelton, my analyst, Ryan Cox, my spotter, the great Jeff Cooper, my producer, Steve Bird on production assistance. It's always a fun when these two get together. For Mail, it just would have been so much more fun with one more score.
It's still a joy. I mean,
It is.
it's high school
It
football
is at its best.
and
Yes,
it's
sir.
it's amateur athletics. Now that we have NIL, it's at its best. And with all that said, you can get frustrated about calls in a game or non-calls. But, kids are playing their hearts out.
They are.
And they did shake hands at the end. And,
they do.
Things move on. And
They'll be back. They're going to get over this probably quicker than you and I, Mike Shelton.
Well, it just, it's the adult in us. So that's what it boils down to.
We can't let it go.
Yeah, we just can't let it go.
I love it, Mike. I love it. Yeah. Enjoyed it all the way and agree entirely with everything you said. And thank you all for listening to us. We'll be back. Hope you're there with us, too, on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Football Friday. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.